Yo, yo.
Back again.
Once.
Back in this.
Again.
Cool. Episode 6. Welcome. Ocean Waves.
I was ready.
Again. Not in
Once.
the beginning.
Again.
I was ready.
It can always be tighter.
Yeah.
Just don't touch it.
Is it too loose already?
Just don't touch it.
Can you spin it again? Like grab, yeah.
Spin it as tight as you can.
See that? It can
Table
always
shatters.
be tighter.
All right.
Nice.
Quote of the day.
So
Welcome
anyone-
all.
Does
This
anyone want to
is
start today?
episode 6, Ocean Waves Podcast. I don't know if you already did the intro, but I'm doing it again because mics need to be set up before we start.
You didn't do anything.
You didn't.
Hey, what did I do?
You didn't
I
do
said you were
anything.
standing.
What was I doing? I was balancing the vocals.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing. Music.
Valid.
And it sounds good too. All right. Oh, that was loud. Yeah.
Balancing the vocals,
How's
everybody.
How's everybody doing today?
Bouncing the
Doing good?
vocals.
Feeling good?
Vocals. I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
Phillies won yesterday.
Blue Jays lost, and they're out. So that kind of sucks.
I don't know how they're doing right now. Haven't watched the game yet.
We'll do that.
Hopefully
after
they
this.
win tonight.
That'd be cool. Braves, Phillies.
I don't care about baseball. We established this last time.
Valid. What do you want to start with on then, Mr. I don't care?
Let's start with people in society being offended when other people don't like the things they like.
I'm offended that you asked that question.
Yeah.
I don't like that question in it.
Group mentality. Mob mentality, actually.
Mob
Well,
mentality.
group mentality or mob mentality? Those.
Mob. Because group is not bad. Mob is dangerous.
It depends on which side you're on.
If you're on the side of the mob, is what you're saying.
If you're in the mob, it's all straight. You good?
Depends on what side you're on.
I mean, yeah. But if you're like a mob in the streets, it's dangerous no matter what.
I think it's just, like, I feel like if you're gonna group up and fight, or, like, fight for something to the death, like, you should at least be, like, 100% knowing that it's, like, something worth fighting for, or, like, truthful. Not
Facts.
something that, you got roped into or grouped into. And it's like, yeah,
Rope them in.
I'm mad too. Versus, like, you find something that's, like, your passion to fight for, and you do everything you can to do that.
Well,
You know, that's good, I feel like.
that's the trickiest part about it too, because like when you listen to the main speaker in those mob mentality situations, it tends to be more so broadened variety of the actual concept. That's the reason you never know where these specific groups are really coming from. Because they're like, oh, we stand for this, which is also this, which is also this, and we stand for this, which is also this, and this, and this. And then within one of those, the people that are following heard that one that they were like, oh, that matters to me. And so now
Sure.
this whole establishment that's fighting for you don't even really know what matters to you because you heard that one that you wanted.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I feel you get a lot of people who are, like, on the fence and they don't know. Like, they just don't know anything about it. And then, like, if you have, like, a majority, if it's, like, 4 of us and 2 people rag on you for something and I'm in the middle and I'm like, well, yeah. Because if I join you, then it's, like, a 2-on-2 and I know nothing about it. But if I go on you, they're going to fight you, and then it's a 3-on-1 view. I just be me that I can yell and be like, yeah, and then you get drowned out, right? So, if you, like, all the people who don't have, like, really a common sense will all, like, fall into the majority pack or where they want people to fall into. And then they'll all just follow that and then be like, and then after they've done it for 5 years, then it's like, they don't even remember why they started. But they've done it for 5 years now, so that's just what they do.
Get lost in the system.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like young people are definitely susceptible to, like, the mob mentality. Especially with, like, the blow up of, like, social media and everything.
And that's a good point with the social media because they can algorithmic put things on your feed where you catch them more. And if you're on the
100%.
fence and you
The
get
target.
more of like the leaning, and then it's like you see like 3 of your friends, or they might not even liked it, but it's like he liked it, okay, so I'm gonna like it now, and then now because you liked it now, they will like, you know what I mean, then they actually might like it or whatever. But it's like when you get that on your feed and it's constant, just like the argument of like a song like on the radio, like it gets to a point where like you know the words and you like kind of like sing along to it, but then if you really think of it, like this song sucks, but I know all the words, and it's like you've heard it enough where it's like, I don't know what the word for that is, but I feel like there is one.
Brainwash.
I guess that's a way to say it. Yeah.
Algorithms made me think, though. I'm gonna interject real quick. Hey, I'm Calbino. That's my official name introduction because we didn't do one yet.
Actually, I don't think we did one last time when we jumped into it.
We might have.
Or we didn't say who we are. For like if someone just first time they jumped in.
I was the first one to not do it, so I was cool.
Well, Indigo Ryan the Navigator, here live every week.
Indy Dwayne the Kin, what's good?
Jason the Guru, Sensei.
Yeah, but
Cool. Yeah, that was actually was the thing that I might have to put that.
it was actually a social
in the
experiment.
description. Like,
Would we follow
Indigo
along if
Ryan.
you
It
started?
was actually a social experiment about
Do the
mom mentality.
dominoes
All of you
fall.
did it. You all see.
part of the
You heard the one thing.
no, that's important. That is important though,
That
because
was
if someone decides to click
Low-key.
on episode 6 for the first time,
What was that, group mentality
Yeah.
or mob mentality?
It was
it's more
group.
group.
It's probably
That
more
was
group.
the purpose, though, right?
But
that we all
then it
kinda-
goes into the whole, it depends on what side you're on. Because if you're on the mob side, it's group. If you're on the outside, it's mob. If you really,
Well, it depends, because what is it? Well, okay, so what would we define as a mob mentality then? Why don't we?
whatever, I think it opposes your view.
I feel
That's
like,
where that
would it be
mob
safe to
versus group
say
comes in.
the difference between mob and group is like how if we view it the thing as a positive or negative? Because I think universally is introducing yourself a negative. Like when can that be perceived as a negative?
I don't think it's based on university.
I feel like it. I would discern, or I would like split group from mob with. What was I gonna say? Intention and action.
I kind of
So
want to
it's
look up
like-
the definition and then
Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
I mean, just on another phone.
Yeah.
The easier one. Yeah.
because I want to see what
But,
Google says and then we
Yeah, that's cool.
debate Google.
So, what?
Just say
Because
what is mob
it's-
mentality
Yeah.
and then what is group
it plays
mentality.
into that whole concept of like we compose society. So how can there be societal standards that are against what we want? It's that loop that we're going down with this. Because if
Well-
we make up society, then that societal
Yeah.
standard. If the majority of Americans don't look like what the societal standard for hot is, why does that make sense?
Yeah, that's true.
Who's setting that then?
So then-
if we are all like, this is what I look like and I'm beautiful.
But this is like what I would say with the moment. Like I feel like a group, like the group mentality would be like we're all coming together for like this purpose, and then the mob mentality is like when Homer Simpson gets the dome on the Simpsons, and then they're all like running with the pitchforks, like that, like
yeah.
just that action of being like angry and it's like you're gonna like almost like in a warring mindset, and you get this like whole thing. That's where I kind of split it. But if
So
you
the
got the definition.
definition, mob mentality, also called herd mentality or hive mentality, is the inclination that some humans have to be part of a large group, often neglecting their individual feelings in the process, and adopting their behaviors and actions of the people around them. So I think that would be group mentality, what we just did, introducing ourselves, because we all
Didn't have to abandon our own moral compass
basically,
to say hello.
yeah.
So it's, I guess it's like, join me and together we can rule the
What's
galaxy.
Not actually having the knowledge, I feel like, of like what people are trying to.
I was saying what
Yeah,
you're
well,
fighting for.
that took me. That definition makes me think more of just like I need to be in a group. So no matter what you guys are doing as a group, if you really didn't want us to, you're like,
just-
oh, we didn't do it last week, we're not doing it this week.
Well, I think it could be the sense of like if you just didn't want to introduce yourself, like I'm not introducing myself. But if you do it just because you're like, fine, then now you're just like part of the mob. Versus just like, oh, I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, I think.
And it actually makes sense to introduce ourselves logically, so it's not an uninformed decision where you're just going with the what everyone else is doing, because like you said, if someone clicks on this video for the first time, they can see who everybody is. Like the last one, we didn't even say. I don't think we said.
No,
so.
we
Yeah,
didn't.
that's what I was saying.
So they wouldn't know.
That's why I was like, oh, good thing you
Mhm.
pointed it out. And I would say, in that metaphor of with us, it would be, I feel like a group thing would be, the group mentality was Eddie made sure that you came with him this time, and last time you didn't come. But it wasn't like I made Eddie yell at you for it. You know what I mean? Where it was like, but Eddie might not want to yell at you. But now because Eddie doesn't want to make me mad, or he wants to not be on he doesn't want to get kicked off the pot, like in that mentality, it's like you got to go yell at him, then he's got to yell at you. That's the mob mentality.
Send
It's
him.
like let's use like I would just, like I said, the pitchfork and the Simpsons just pops in my head when they're all pissed at them, which they have
'Cause that
rightfully
is a
pissed.
mob. Well, what? Can we get
because like I feel like that would be peer pressure though.
My phone.
Peer
Can we get
pressure?
a
I feel like
definition
that
of
would be peer
mob?
pressure.
Yeah, what's a mob?
That was mob mentality, was it not?
No, on
But what's
just
a mob?
What is
Oh.
what defines a mob?
Because you're thinking like the mafia, right? But
Mob.
it's like, well, it's like, what do you call it? What is the dictionary definition?
This did segue me into how many people do you think it would take to like walk past a neighborhood? Like if you had, let's say 1,000 people, that would be the number we start with, and you walk past a neighborhood to get that entire neighborhood to just go with it. Because I'm gonna be 1,000% honest. If I saw like, I think my number would probably be like,
1. No, I'm kidding.
no, if there legitimately, if there were like 50,000 people just walking down the street, like not in an order, not in a line, but they were all just walking down the street together, I'm probably gonna join it.
I'm not gonna join it until I know what's going on.
Yeah.
Because what if it's like like they're all like gonna
That's what I
storm the
said.
Capitol, and then they bring out the chopper and they start gunning people down.
I mean, it's possible.
When you
They've
get
done that
pushed in the
before.
mob, you can't get out sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
And the
like,
stampede happens.
but and in my head, I'm thinking it's just like you look at them and you know like this is a whole bunch of people that came together to decide to go somewhere.
If
I'm gonna at least go figure out what.
now,
they're doing.
okay,
Yeah, I wanna
if
figure
they
it
walk by and they're like, "We're walking across the country, let's go."
Yeah, I'm actually down.
Then I would
That'd
be,
be-
yeah,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But
100%.
they're like,
Some
we're,
Forrest Gump shit.
you know what I'm saying. But they come in a tone where it's now it could be we're going across, and they're like there to mess you up. You know what I mean? But if the tone is like negative or whatever, or more like the way when you said it, the way what I thought was like all hell plankton. And I was like, I'm not following that. You know what I mean?
And that's why I said they're not walking in a line or anything. Like it's just a whole bunch of people that decided to walk together.
It would really just be about their energy. And
I think that would be a great
What is it?
idea.
How many-
That'd be dope.
How many people do you
Yo.
think it would take to like clear out a neighborhood? Like at the point of like
I think-
500,000.
I
If you saw
think
one space
500,000,
later.
When you look,
you
if
think
you
can
look
get the whole
left
neighborhood?
and you see people around whatever bend they're going, and you look right and you see people around whatever bend they're going, that's enough people. Where you don't see the start or the end.
That's kind of a terrifying concept. What's a mob?
So, a mob, a large crowd of people, especially one that is disorderly and intent on causing trouble or violence.
So mob has a negative connotation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not
That's where I
mob
would-
unless it's negative.
So
Especially-
where you switch group to mob would be a group mentality is you doing it for like a positive purpose in some way, or you all have like a common goal
Yeah.
that is not to
See, but that
threaten
wasn't
or-
I didn't feel negative in the definition of mob mentality.
I
I
think-
just felt like prairie dog.
Because the definition of what a mob is, but it's just mob mentality. It's not you're not saying
See,
that
but
we're a
that's a
And
mob.
also, it's like a herd mentality or hive mentality, right?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
hive,
what-
hive
that's what
mentality
I
is
was
like the
saying.
bees, right?
Yeah.
Where they all work for like the queen bee,
Yeah.
and like you're just a slave to the
That's
queen
what I
bee.
mean.
Your
Just like
entire existence.
prairie
or
dog.
whatever.
You're just following. And I feel like anything. I feel like the freaking shake weight was a mob mentality.
I think
thing
that was.
went
I really just feel like
everywhere.
that was a joke that went
That's
too
my
far.
whole point. We literally. I mean,
You know us prairie dog.
there were a
beans?
lot of men that benefited from it. However, like that thing was everywhere. It was in so many houses, but
How
it
much
was
did you
only in so many
benefit?
houses.
It's like on Nickelodeon.
Like you could have, you
Shake
could have had it. And anytime it was vertical, it was waist level. Anytime it was horizontal, it was face level. If you watch the commercials, because I watched somebody like break it down, and they were like explaining how much of a joke that.
Dude,
product
there are some
really was.
funny YouTube videos, like all those parodies of all those
Yeah.
things, like the ShamWow, like the
Yeah.
ScamWow. Dude, those videos were so funny, man. Especially as a kid, like when you're younger.
Right.
And that just like, even then, like any little curse word is almost like hilarious, you know, because someone said it. Dude, it was so funny, those things.
But
I just had a new idea for when we like cut parts out. We should just cut the audio so the video still streamlines.
I was thinking that, but it might be too much dry space.
I was
'Cause
telling-
especially if you have like an audio listener.
I was
It's like they're
telling-
not watching,
yeah.
they're just listening.
I was telling Eddie that I want to get like I can't draw it. I'm not good at graffiti drawing, but like innate, like ornate, that's the word I'm looking for, graffiti with a whole bunch of pieces, just like a nah that flashes on the screen anytime something gets cut.
Kaylee could probably do that.
Yeah, she would be good for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But just like a blip, but just like nah.
Yeah.
Like nah, that's not going up.
And then, or we need to make our own music that goes like.
Well, that's what I want to have when we go away, and then I want to have like a little GIF, like maybe all of it, like all of us animated. Maybe our like the idea that we're doing, that Bree's doing, like all we animate them, so like, they're like jumping around, like in a circle, almost like the Grateful Dead, like those bears, like they're all dancing. You know, just have a little GIF like that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we'll be right back. And it's like, yeah. So
I'm down for that.
That'd be super sick.
that's definitely more when we have like when we're live or whatever.
Well, we can do that for like the
Then
Spotify.
you can like boom and
I remember what my topic was now. I
Alright.
couldn't remember before.
drop it in.
I remember now. Spooky season. And
Huh?
it's spooky season. We're in
Okay.
October, right? Where is y'all's line for fright?
For fright.
Yeah, like
Mm.
I'm someone, I don't love being like horrified.
Yeah,
Like
I don't.
I like getting scared, like bone chilled, but like absolutely horrified by something, and paying for that doesn't sound fun to me.
I feel like the jump scare stuff, like that's not really scary to me. But the stuff that's like about like spirits and like really psychological like horror, like that, like if you're not in the mentality for it, like that could really just mess you up. Like you leave the theater and like you're like going like that, looking around for like a week or so. You know what I mean? Like that's just like I don't want to put myself through.
I'm
those.
bad about that too.
So,
But like the jump scares, I'm cool with. Like we were talking about Freddy versus Jason and Jason, and I was like, when we were younger, like I never seen it. It was the first time I ever watched the Jason, like Friday the 13th, and at the end, like I was like it was like it's daytime now, and I'm like, dude, that wasn't even scary. And then he like jumps out the water. I'm like, oh,
Yeah. Does that at the end of the second
and
one.
I was
too.
like, okay, so that got me. And then, but then at the end of the movie, I'm still not like that's still like, whoa, you got me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more like if someone jumps around the
You
corner
leave
at you. and you're like,
appreciating
whoa.
it. That's where I'm at.
Where
Like
my mind
places
went.
where I can appreciate it. Yeah.
where my mind went first when you said it was like going down like the haunted trails, like on Halloween.
That's where I posed the question. I did find it very interesting that you took it to movies, and I did like it.
Because just to get my other perspective on the other side, like like that, like those, like that's like a beautiful,
love
like a
that
good
movie.
borderline where it's
I
like,
still haven't seen it too, and I own it.
Oh, you
Yes.
gotta watch it. It's so
Yeah.
good.
yeah, and it was just like those. I like that too. There's some good I used to watch Paranormal Activity when I was younger,
Yeah.
and like that's pretty scary. Like in
I
that
never
sense where it's like because if you believe in spirits and things like that, like then like but I don't really like the stuff where it's like the exorcist where like they're like doing like the ceremony and stuff. That doesn't really like. But when it's just like a random like ghost or whatever, or like the Invisible Man movie, that was pretty like psychological. Whatever. It's like someone like your ex is like haunting you and he's invisible. Like.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty
good.
freaky because in this sense, it's like, who would believe you today if you're like, bro, an invisible person?
Yeah, that's valid.
Like, who would believe you in that
Well,
sense?
I
So
feel
that
like
is scaring me because
you'd
that
have-
actually happened to me. What I'm trying to think, what would I do? And it's like, you don't have the answer. That's when I get a little.
You would
more
have just like
scared.
a large amount of people that would and wouldn't at this point.
And the
people
ol-
believe anything, people believe nothing. But
And
I did want to hear what Eddie had to say.
facts.
So it's
One last thing, I like Freddy versus Jason too, but I think Freddy is the scariest like
Mm.
character that you can like go in your dreams.
Yeah, that
because you
concept.
have to sleep and like you're gonna dream and it's like.
Yep.
You have like that's having someone like infiltrate your dreams. Like Rick and Morty made it funny with like scary teen stuff,
Right.
but you know that geeked me out so much like that episode. But yeah, that's definitely my scariest like I would say person, just because of like me personally, it would definitely suck to be like haunted in your dreams or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. That
But-
would be scary as shit. But what I was gonna say was like, so like I remember like going down the Halloween trails, right, and like even like people would have like their own personal ones at their houses, like on Halloween, like when you go trick or treating, and so you'd go through a couple. Most of the time they wouldn't touch you, but there was a couple of times where like they would try to like actually like touch you or grab you or something like that, and that's where I feel like I draw the line.
Yeah, because I just want to swing at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
you
just
can't
really
really.
scary. Because I don't want to run. Like, if we did, like, one of those things, I don't want to be chased because I don't want to run. I'm not running away.
Right.
So don't chase me. You know what I mean? But I'm down to, like, walk a trail and jump scares. Like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? That'll get me. I spent the last, 2 weeks watching all the Freddy movies. And I was waiting for him to come in my dreams. And then, like, a couple nights ago, he came in my dreams, hit me in the chest, and I woke up.
Yeesh.
No spikes on me. Because I was like, I'm watching this so much, like, right before I go to bed. And, like, you dream about, like,
That's crazy.
based
man.
on what you ate,
Yeah, I couldn't
the last
be-
things you do before you go to bed and what you think
Couldn't
about.
be
Oh,
me.
actually, there was one. Was it It 2? It might have been It 2. I can't remember if I watched it by myself or was it 1. I can't remember. But there was one time where he like left me to watch it, and I was there at 1 a.m. like in my mom's house, just like watching the movie.
It is so
I was like,
good.
I feel like,
I used
but
to
when you
be-
have someone there with you, I feel like it's a little different.
Yeah.
But when you're by yourself,
It
Yeah,
becomes you
1000%.
become any movie I watch, if I'm by myself, I become encapsulated in that
yeah,
world.
same. Dude, everyone is good.
And I am there.
You're in it.
But one of the
100%.
one of my things too that I'm weird about all the like docu-series of the really messed up, like the Poughkeepsie tapes. I don't know,
Oh, like the
Which one?
murder.
What?
but
The who tapes?
yeah, like the Poughkeepsie tapes.
Oh, I don't know who that
So
is.
There's so
he's-
much murder documentaries and stuff
But
online. It's crazy.
dude, this dude
Facts.
was
People
different,
love
man.
it.
If you haven't seen it and you're like into that kind of stuff,
And what was the name again? Just
Poughkeepsie tapes.
Poughkeepsie tapes.
Yeah, it's really like
And
like
where,
what
where,
does
where,
he do?
it's a
Where
where were
different
they
level.
at in the?
So
was it United States?
I'll put this. Yeah, it was
Probably.
in New York.
In New York.
Yeah.
New York State or
Sounds
New
like
York
it's in the
City?
United States.
Good question. I'm
'Cause New York's
he
pretty
was
big.
the Water Street Butcher as well, but in Poughkeepsie,
I don't know it.
What did he do? Like, what's
I
the...
old roommate actually used to live not too far from Poughkeepsie too.
Oh,
Yeah,
facts.
because in this house that I'm referring to, I watched it like middle of the day, but I literally stayed up the entire night before watching them because I had a problem at one point.
We just
Like,
binge like in your.
Oh, I would binge the hell out of them. I had a baby coming, and so in my head, like I wanted to know how these screwed up people thought.
You're wild.
That was my whole take on it, and so like I would just sit there and watch them, and then I'd be like, all right, well it's 7 a.m. I'm already up, might as well. So I
Oof.
just keep watching, and I'd like literally go to work,
I've
come
definitely done
home,
that.
and hop back on it. Yeah, and so middle of the day, I didn't realize it was daytime really, but middle of the day, I'd already gotten a text saying from this roommate saying that she had ordered the Instacart because we needed groceries. I was like, I bet. So I'm expecting it. Get the knock on the door like right at a heated moment. Closest I've come to like shitting myself in a very long time. Because for the Poughkeepsie, to put a level on this, that starts off with them showing you this like high school gymnasium basketball court full of like 5 rows from one end of the court to the other end of the court of VCRs of this man recording what he did to these women.
Did they show you the VCRs?
Some of them, like one of the clips they show is literally like this woman without clothes on bouncing on a balloon until it pops, like one of the giant balloons.
What's in the
Until it
balloon?
pops. Nothing.
Oh.
He's just tormenting these women for his own sake.
That's crazy.
And like he had this whole dungeon,
Did he murder
and it
them?
was wild. Yeah.
Oh, how many people did he kill?
They don't even actually have a number.
When was this?
Not too long ago, actually. I'm
Like
gonna say
2000s,
yeah, I'm gonna say
90s?
2000s. If I'm not mistaken, I haven't seen.
There's a lot of
it in
stuff that was
couple
going on
years,
in the
but
early 2000s.
yeah, that one was
There's a lot
wild.
of stuff going on now.
I'll
too.
watch it.
Right.
But it's wild. That's what I was saying. Though. Those, like, I can sit there and binge watch them. I can, when I'm in the mood for it, I can sit there and binge watch them, and then literally, like I said, go to work and just work and be fine, like, and live life like
It's such a weird thing.
like
I
I'm
think,
not watching that.
I
But
think because people have this like thing where it's like I would never do that, but it's like why? Like they're trying to figure out like why they would do it or
I think
like,
it's
what
the
they did.
fascination
Yeah.
of the extremes.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is an
Definitely,
extreme for
yeah.
sure.
yeah.
Because we are all fascinated with like the greats and the worst. Like we
Right.
love, everyone loves the greats. Like you love anyone who you consider great. Like I don't know, Gandhi. Everyone knows who that is. but you also know like Hitler from before.
Mm-hmm.
So people just love the
Ryan
fast
said,
machine.
like, am I gonna have to cut more?
No, just
I've
it?
come to a
Cover-
piece with it. I told this to Eddie
Yeah.
last time. I was like, I watched another podcast, and I was like, there's a balance. I feel like it's just like, if you well time the joke,
Yeah,
you can say whatever you
it
want.
sticks.
But you gotta just well done joke, and we can't go explaining these jokes.
Yeah.
It's not
just
the
gotta
time.
keep it pushing.
But,
Yeah, just keep it moving. That's all.
Thanks.
So if you got a joke, lay it down, keep it pushing. That's all.
Yeah, and part of the reason I did ask though is because like I've never been a big like haunted house or like anything like
Yeah,
that.
neither
Yeah.
have I want
Like,
to
I
go to a
went
corn
to,
maze though. That's what I
yeah.
do want to do. Like
I went
a
to
nice
one of the
one
big ones. I
That'd be
remember
sick.
where you gotta like
And I was
really
young,
get
too.
out.
When we were in the
Oh, yeah.
trip, that was
See,
like one of
I
my
feel like
goals.
that
so
would
I
be
was
Because
like
that one's
that.
fun. Because what you do is you don't use the map at first until you like have to give up.
until you're like,
"Oof."
where the hell?
It's getting
am I?
dark. You're like, all right, we've only been in one maze. Like, let's get the map.
But yeah, and that's where I brought it up because I do want to start doing things, even though I don't think I'd like enjoy.
We're talking about
it
going to
or
Six
I
close
want
Flags.
to go in the maze, low key.
Six Flags is a good happy medium.
Yeah, no.
Alone.
See, but it's things like that, Fright Fest, and I
What
went
is
to
that?
one of the big ones. I
Wanna
don't
do a
remember
maze
which one
alone?
it
I
is.
kind of want to go in alone.
In the maze alone.
Yeah.
Well, we all can just
No.
start at
The
different
Tri
times.
Wizard tournament.
Yeah, the Triwizard tournament. Because I want
No,
the. I
I'm
just
not
want to.
doing that.
I want that.
Triwizard
Like,
tournament.
dude, okay.
okay.
You know, like, okay, when you're driving
Wait,
and
there's
you're
a
like,
small- we
you
can do a
almost
timed
get in
one.
an accident
Mm-hmm.
and your like primal instincts come out.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love that shit. Like when you're primal, you're just like fucking in your primal. I know it'd be like your survival mode. Like your
Yeah.
fucking survival brain will start to light up. You're just like, oh shit, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
I went to one in like.
Well, we all can just like go in like 5 minutes apart,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
what I'm
wanna-
saying. Because if we
yeah.
meet up in the maze, that would just be amazing.
right?
We find each other in the maze. Like,
5
oh,
minutes
shit.
apart and everyone gets like where you started, like you get the
Mhm.
extra time and you just count out. That'd be fun. But
I would be so down to do that.
because when I went to one in like Maryland, they had like three big ones, like 2 mediums and like a really small, like a kid's one, where it would still take you like 10 minutes or like 5 minutes to figure it out. But you can figure it out without the map, and it was more. And so I was like, dude, this is dope. I want to go to one of those where it's like they got like that's what it is. It's literally corn maze come
Mhm.
here, and they had like the big like cannon, like the catapult, and they like launch pumpkins like 300 yards or whatever.
Oh, wow. That's in Maryland.
Yeah, it was in
Catapult or
Maryland, yeah.
trebuchet?
We definitely gotta go to
Ooh, we could go to that
What?
wherever that was. We gotta find it because we're going to Maryland
Oh yeah.
last Saturday.
I'm definitely down to do all that. I want to do stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
what you're saying about Fright Fest? Or
Um,
Six Flags?
Yeah, like those things just haven't. Even the one haunted house I went to as a kid, like none of them really like walking through it. I know that I'm walking into a production, so I appreciate the value of it,
Yeah.
and I just kind of like laugh at it.
Well, then you need to go to one of those ones where it's like if you get out, you
See,
like win
that's
money.
that's what I was saying. Like I don't
People die in
necessarily
those.
love
This is one that
people,
people
but-
die in.
Oh yeah.
Do
There,
you
I
really
was
wanna
watching
die in
one. There, it was like the could you do
Fuck
this?
no.
Hell
How's that even a job, dude? I feel like those people are like,
You
like
sign a
secret-
contract,
just like
like-
spirits, just like embodying
Yeah, they
people.
do. I'm sure.
And
Like,
then
I
they're
can't
like-
wait to beat the shit out of some random people.
Yeah, and they just like that's where they fester over there. You're really going through it if you go over there.
See, I'm not trying to pay to die.
Yeah.
I could die for free.
That's what I'm saying. No, Six Flags you can have a meeting because you can go appreciate like the
Yeah,
little things, and then you
exactly.
can like just ride a ride, and then you just
Mhm.
have like that's why I kind of like Six
I
Flags.
mean, we went.
I'd be down
What,
to
like
Fright
2 years
Fest.
ago or last year?
Yeah, definitely going
100%.
this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
We're
were talking about
definitely
it.
going
I'm
there.
definitely trying to
Yeah.
go. The best day is
Making that happen.
honestly, I think I like the Saturday or one of the like the Saturday or Sunday is the best days because you get the most time. But and then there's
Gotta
only
go
they're only
Sunday.
open like certain days, and I can't remember what days they're open now. But that's one thing that sucks. I wish they were open a little. I feel like if someone came and put like $1 million in there in that park, you just rebuilt it up a little bit.
Might as well just
You
build
could
a new
like
park.
have it
low-key.
open all the way through this time because like you could still have it
It's a
open.
great park.
You
dude.
can still have it open during the day, like during the weekdays now, up until it really gets cold. If it was like a really like
Yeah.
nice park, like a
Yeah.
Hershey Park or like
Hershey Park
Busch
is awesome.
Gardens, and like there's some Six Flags that are top tier. It's not
Mhm.
like every Six Flags is garbage. You know what I'm saying? And it's like not that it's garbage, but it's like you're
No, it's
there.
not
and it's
garbage,
like
it's
it's
just
the potential.
standard.
Yeah, the potential that it could be is just not there.
Mhm.
So that's probably like if someone walked by and was like, damn, I could put this and that. That'd be dope.
Part of me thinks the mentality is outdated. Like Disney has a better mentality because, and they don't even do it to the best of their ability. Like they're just making or made a card game this year. But the mentality of Disney is better because you have things that you can connect with. Like the pin collecting that's an amazing thing, because even if it's a passive thing you don't indulge in, there's things involved in the Disney parks that like bring you back to it. Now Six Flags has like superhero stuff, but there's no like interactive thing. Like imagine if Pokemon or even Mario, Nintendo just made a park. Pokemon would just by itself.
Maybe we are making one in Japan, and then maybe in Florida next, which would be sick.
That'd be so crazy.
If you just took Pokemon, for example, and as you go ride rides, like it's like an interactive app, and you scan this thing, and it's like a random encounter. And as you're waiting, you're doing these random encounters that's just for the park, right? It's a game for the park, and you collect Pokemon, then you can trade those things. You can
Not
get shinies
Jason
in there.
mansplaining Pokemon Go.
Yeah, but Pokemon Go is strictly just walking around. I don't want to be clicking and catching it. I want the whole thing, the collecting, the
Yeah,
battling,
that'd be fire.
but inside the park only.
Theoretically, you could
Bring
do
it
that
back.
with any park. And
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Like
add the
VR.
scans.
Yeah.
Like,
Really?
everyone
That's
has a
true.
VR set on.
Yeah,
They
they
could have
could. Yeah.
any skin.
They need the
That's where we're
glasses.
getting to.
What
And
happened to
even
the
like
glasses?
Universal, like they had 2 parks, and both of those parks have like good rides in them and whatever, and then they connected them. But the one specifically has more of the good rides, that like the Jurassic Park ride or whatever. And like Six Flags is big enough where you can really like, you know, you put a little more effort in. You have like 5 solid worlds, you know what I mean? And they're just like super nice. You have super like you redo a couple of the rides. You make it super like it's clean in there. People want to go there. And Georgia is good enough weather. It hasn't rained in like 2 weeks now. You could have had a business open all week. People would have definitely went there. If it wasn't like it's a lot of money for not like the thing. You know what I mean? Like you pay double to go to Universal,
So they
but you get
closed
like
down?
What
Are
is
they
it?
closed right now?
well, they don't, but they don't open like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or whatever.
Facts.
But Universal's open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Busch Gardens is open, and then Kings Dominion, but they're up at north. Like I'm sure Busch Gardens, Tampa is still open during the
Facts.
weekdays, even for a few hours. And then if you're in the state, you can get like a pass. And just like if we had the Six Flags pass, you go there, and then it's like even if we go for like 3 hours, you can ride the best 3 rides, go on there, and just walk around and blah blah blah, and it's fun, you know. But when it's not like top tier or like even close, then it's like you don't want to go back all the time, where it doesn't bring you back. Where it's just like, oh, we can go to Six Flags. Oh, and when are we talking about going? Near Fright Fest. So we're gonna go at like not in season, and we're gonna go then. You know what I mean? Instead of like we don't think about it at all. You know, the whole time that is.
Yeah. I mean, I
whatever.
bought the season pass that one year. It was like $15 or something, because it was like after COVID, and you could get the season pass for like that year and the next year for like super, like $30. It was like
Yeah,
super cheap.
35.
And then we only went like twice.
Well, their bulk deals for season passes are already. Me and you were talking about that. Like me and my mom, my mom would give me one, and like she'd just throw it in her friends that had kids, and you end up getting them for around 15.
We should
like,
do
when you
that,
buy
because
them in
last
bulk.
time I looked, it was like $100.
But like Ryan was saying, it's just the aspect of like not wanting to go. Now, don't get me wrong, with like Six Flags in particular, those season passes, one of them gets you into any park across, like any Six Flags. So those are dope,
Yeah.
especially if you travel.
Is it,
yeah,
like
tour.
like if you
Tour
go
Six
there, they have
Flags.
like the Gotham City there.
Yeah.
And it's sick, but then when you get on the ride, like the Riddler ride, like you're like your back's jerked up afterwards, and it's like the Batwing is pretty dope, but it's like literally just super crazy ride confined to this little area, and it's like you could really like build this up where it's like you make it like Gotham City, like you're like whoa, like we're in Gotham. Like,
I think
tall
that's what
building,
you
know
need, the
I mean?
interactability of it. Like Harry Potter World is so cool
Like
because
a-
you feel like you're down there.
Definitely, yeah.
And
And
we
that's what
even the
makes it dope.
SpongeBob store, they had the little hut. We're
Right.
dancing in the
Yeah.
even for 2 seconds,
Yeah.
and we're like we're in
Bikini
Bikini
Bottom.
Yeah,
Bottom.
so the ukulele was going.
Yeah, and it's like that just made it, and even that little moment right there made it fun. Took the video, we're all dancing, goofing off,
Yeah.
like, and we were 20s, and you
Another
know.
thing that'd be cool is like if it was like SpongeBob, but it was like SpongeBob World. They have like the whole Simpsons area. Is that Six Flags?
Dude, y'all should have
Universal.
came to the
Oh.
Universal
Cabbage
did.
Patch Mansion.
Oh, I remember.
Facts.
Why didn't we do
Throwback,
that?
Because
Yeah.
you left early.
Yeah, we didn't. We
And
drove
then-
home instead.
Where was that?
Helen.
We went to.
Oh, yeah,
or they're
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, we're gonna go, or we're going here
Cabbage
after.
Patch,
Or we
Yeah,
did
you
something.
left early. And
I
then the
can't
worst part
remember
about it, though, was something happened that, like, prevented one of the cars. And I was just like, see, y'all could have came. I remember
I don't
saying
even remember
that.
what we
I
were
don't remember
doing.
what it was. And it wasn't, like, that long. Not long enough to actually justify it. But I just remember being like, would have had a better
Oh, we went to
timing.
get food.
Ah, true. Facts.
Yeah. If we would have knocked that down earlier, then maybe. We
But it
didn't.
was, it was lit. But that was probably the most immersed into this story feeling I've ever received anywhere.
Really?
Everything was about it. They had a whole show birthing more. out of the tree, and I was just like, first off, does cabbage grow on trees? Secondly, how much are you getting paid to sit here and narrate this and push this baby out of this tree?
That's dope.
Third, this is y'all do what you're supposed to be doing. Like that was all I could really think about it, and I was so mad because everybody there that composed the audience was so freaking lame. She'd be like, "Say breathe, tree," and they'd just be like, "Breathe, tree." And I was like, dude, that would have been the best show that girl had ever put on, ever. if I had my boys, because I started to like get wily, and Bree was like, "No," and I was like, I can't rebuttal you when it's just me versus you, like, because you're right, I look weird. But if I had three other dudes, sitting there cheering on this lady giving birth to a cabbage tree.
So now play it this way, right? If it was like Pokemon and it was like a Chansey laying an egg, how many people would think it would go a bit more? You think people would go a little harder? Like, what do you think? You think people would go harder if it's Pokemon?
Then Cabbage Patch like Pokemon. I mean, I feel like there's probably more people on Earth that like Pokemon than Cabbage Patch Kids.
But it's also like, if you're going to the Pokemon Mansion, you're going to the Pokemon Mansion. Yeah. We went to the Cabbage Patch.
So this is the thing,
I don't
right?
like Cabbage Patch. Yeah. I was still gonna cheer. That's the type of person I am.
Yeah. I feel that. If everyone had that mentality, it would be better. But the thing is, I think of the Cabbage Patch Kids, like, I personally don't give a shit about Cabbage Patch Kids. So for me...
But it was actually very
someone's going to say that about Pokemon, that they don't give a shit
that's
about Pokemon.
Fine, but more people like Pokemon. So the point being is the connectivity, right? If you, I feel like if you feel connected to the thing, then it is more entertaining, it's more fun. If you don't have that connectivity, then it's not that. So
but I think
for me anyway, I need the connectivity. I need to feel like there's something else going on other than the main thing.
Facts. I think what Calvin was just saying was he was helping that person. He was trying to help that person
definitely.
Do what they're doing.
And everyone should have done that.
Because like, now you're watching someone do art.
Yeah, it was the immersion.
Whether it was Cabbage Patch or Pokemon.
My son a Cabbage Patch that I cannot tell you where it is right now, and I knew it, but it was such an immersive building that when Bree was like, "This one looks like him," I was like, "Yeah, it does."
Probably would have more fun with the cabbage, with the actual cabbage, like a smiley face on it.
Here's an example, right? We went to a mini golf place. I think it was the Pirate when we went for your birthday.
Yeah, that was fun.
And there was these questions on the back of the card for each hole. It was like yes or no, or like whatever it was. And if you answered all the questions, like each hole would have the question at the thing. Mm-hmm. If you answered all the questions and you turn it in, you'd get a free game. So it would get, like, to me, that's what I mean, like the connectivity. So the Cabbage Patch was going on. And it's like, oh, if you like, you know, there's certain things that'll pop up. Like if you write it down, answer the questions, whatever. I don't know. I'm always looking for that extra thing though. Like that's something that connects me.
Was that the questions at Universal, or what game? Was that just a different game? They also had questions at Universal.
I don't know, maybe.
Was it the Alien one at Universal that we did that? We did. There was
something
that was at Universal. That was when we did
Universal?
The Alien one. The first mini golf of the tour.
Oh yeah,
that's what it was.
I hit that crazy shot that bounced. I hit this one shot, and there was all these little like yellow like meteors on the thing, and it just went like ding, 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 and then went in the hole. And I was like, "There's no way I could ever do that again."
There was a couple crazy shots from everyone on that course, if I can remember correctly.
That's where we got the Pokeballs.
Yeah, and we got the projection, the start of projections.
Oh yeah, thinking about this.
That was fire, dude. That was such a nice course, dude.
Right.
I've been thinking about this since we went to the fair. You never actually like finished loud enough, at least for me to hear it, your statement about the golf course that me and Eddie were talking about.
Oh yeah, it's not. Jason and I played it. It's not actually like a mini golf course, but it's literally like a hill, and there's like 9 holes in it, and you play it twice.
It's fun though.
But you like literally shoot on like real grass. It's like insane. You gotta like. You know, real grass, and then there is like a little bit of like a tiny green where it's like when it rolls fast. So it's literally like almost like a half professional.
They slapped it on
like a putt green.
They're just like, we have this hill right here. We'll put some holes in it, and like people will think it's fun because you're playing like.
It's almost like putting practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On like a terrible green though.
Yeah.
Huh.
So it is interesting.
But they did open down the road towards Atlanta. Like if you're going from, I'm not gonna say the place, but if you're going from somewhere around us towards Atlanta on one of the main roads. They opened this new golf course or mini golf course.
Oh really?
Yeah, where like a car lot used to be.
There's a laser tag by our new house.
Or maybe that's the one you pointed out. What he's saying.
Off the highway.
Right by the gas station. It's like there's a gas station on the corner, and then there's like a road that goes.
Was it a
but then
green
before
sign?
that,
But is
It
it
was-
going towards the interstate?
yeah, it was green.
Was it a green
Yeah,
sign?
yeah, going towards the highway. Yeah. I don't wanna say
I
too
don't think
much.
I've seen that one, but
Oh, it's new. It looked really new. I saw some people playing on it.
it
Though.
wasn't the one that we
look
went
in
to.
it-
It wasn't the
no.
one that we went to, right?
No, we haven't been
Okay.
there. I saw that. I was like, oh, we should go there.
Okay, cool. Because there
Maybe.
is maybe it's the one that maybe the one he's saying is the one you're thinking of.
Maybe.
But there is one because the one that we went to is actually like a golf course. It's a par 3,
Heard.
and it's like a golf course par 3, or it's a par 3 driving range, and at the end it's a little
No,
thing. that
it's
says
on that
mini
road, but you just keep going.
golf. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And it says mini golf, and then when I went there, it was like okay, it's over there. I went and it was like not like the traditional mini golf course you think, but the one you're saying there is one.
It's a new
now.
one. Yeah, it's
Dude, let's go. I've been waiting for so long
Yeah.
to be one around here, bro.
Yeah. I'm
Besides
down-
the bowling
down,
alley.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where it's like, all right, I'm trying. If it's nice outside, I'm not trying to be.
Oh, yeah.
In
Yeah.
like the darkness, like that's nice in the winter.
Right.
I blew it. We did our mini golf tour across the country, and I raged out in the last like
Yeah,
3
you
holes.
ruined it
I
all
was
for
just so
everyone.
mad because I just couldn't hit a hole, and I was like, "Fuck this, I'm done."
Yeah.
Rage quit. Start up, start up, A.
I think I still got in last place.
I don't know. I blew
Oh,
it,
no, I
dude. Towards the end,
won.
I was so pissed. I was like, "Fuck this."
We got the record somewhere.
Yeah, dub chance.
I was like the worst in the beginning, but I got better. So I thought. You
I think the
could ask
best
for it.
one, I like the Universal one. The one we did in Denver or in Boulder, no, in Colorado Springs, on the way there. That was like they had like the 3. That was pretty fun.
I like the one in
The
Oklahoma.
Oh yeah.
What was
That
the
one super
Oklahoma
sick.
one?
It had
It
like
was,
all like
it was by the little river
yeah
thing, and we met that person.
at
that was
the
like-
rest stop, and we saw them at the mini golf place with us, or they
Yeah.
weren't with us, but like they came
Oh,
up and they saw
yeah.
them, waved at us.
She never hit us up.
Yeah, she never did.
She was someone who like I will say the story. We went to the place, and then we met this lady. She was with her
got,
family.
We got your grandfather's shirt there.
Yeah, we met this lady,
Facts.
and she said she like was like someone who books events, and she's like, oh, we got like she named a bunch of like artists that are popping, like especially hip hop, like nowadays, like not super popping, but like nice BC tier like popping, and she was like, yeah, we're doing this thing, like oh we want to have more like acts or whatever, come do it, and then she just never hit us up. So yeah.
Some things aren't meant to be.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if we would have money to get back out there.
No, it would have been tough.
Yeah, it would have been hard.
How do we feel about laser tag though?
I like laser tag. It's got to be a good. It's got to be
I
a
want
good
to
one.
check out
though.
the spot by our house because there's like not a lot out there. So I feel like if that's out there, it's a good one. You know what I mean?
It should
I'm
be.
hoping at least.
Because we had one back when we used to live where it's
I would
like
rather.
they had multiple floors.
Dude.
Like it was good.
How
It was
much
fun.
does a square hay bale cost? Do you think?
Depends on.
How big?
You know,
Where
like
you
the
get it
square,
from.
like those classic
Yeah,
like
I know what you're talking about.
rectangle ones.
I don't know.
Probably
was it,
like
10 bucks?
The
50
tinier
bucks.
ones?
You have 40 to 50 bucks?
For like one like how you're.
I can
first
ask
No,
one,
like
yeah.
this big and like that, like this classic hay bale.
Yeah.
Not
I
like
don't
the
know.
massive.
Well, my mom
ones
just
you
got
know,
some for her Halloween.
Like the one
decorations.
that's
I
like
could
that.
Yeah,
ask
how much
her.
that cost?
I don't know.
Oh,
I can
probably
ask
like
her.
$10.
Because I would rather, if you guys are down, buy a bunch of bales of hay, set it up in the backyard as like a course, and then just play like even Nerf or something. I'd rather do that than laser tag.
See, rebuttal. Get inflatable ones.
It's fair, but we're gonna put all that.
I mean, they deflate.
They
mate.
inflate, yeah.
But then we're gonna put the deflated ones.
in the bag, in the closet.
Like what? What do you mean inflatable? Like what would
Like
you
the,
get?
the ones for paintball that they use that blow up.
I don't know what it is. Can you
It's
show
an
me a picture?
inflatable barrier. I want my phone. It's an inflatable barrier.
We can talk. We can.
Yeah, and like have a whole setup kind of thing, like a court, like and it's
Yeah.
like a maze, low key, and it's like from one side to the other. Have like 3 main lanes, like how the Call of Duty maps used to be when they were
Ryan,
good.
Eddie, did either of y'all
Sorry.
bring a topic?
If it's a good laser tag place, I will definitely play it.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I'll do it. I don't know.
I had to figure out how much it
I
costs.
mean, if it's like
you.
a 2-floor place and you're running around, you got like a little like fortress. Remember that one that when we were kids, it was
Yeah.
whatever it's called, and they had like a fortress on both sides. Like
Yeah.
that's fun.
I would
and then
rather
little
do-
kids run around, you blast and boost your points up.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's fun as hell.
How much do you think it would cost for like
Yeah.
a custom laser tag gun?
I've seen
A
they have.
good-
Because like
it has to be
paintball
good.
guns are expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So to
paintball
get
is fun
like a
though.
custom laser tag.
I'm
Paintball
sure laser
definitely
tags
hurts
are
a little
pretty
bit.
expensive
Gun and
also.
vest.
Paintball definitely hurts. I realized that I was not suited for that when I went paintballing one time. I got drilled like right in the mask. And I
Nerf?
was like, "That I'm dead. That's a dead. I'm dead." If I was in real war, like I actually died. Just
Nerf,
there.
Nerf has laser tag. I don't know how good it is, but they have like
Yeah.
little sets. I don't know how good it is.
I don't know how much a kit would be.
Especially in the daytime. At nighttime, it probably hit pretty well. But in the daytime, I don't know. Maybe.
I'm definitely down to do some Nerf Force though.
I'm trying to get the hay bales out going.
I just
Make
feel
little,
like
like,
that's so
capture
much
the
money. Like,
flags.
I feel like the inflatables.
But if we
is
just
more
set
than
it
money.
up, it's like it's set up. It's like it stays there.
Yeah,
See,
but the hay's
but-
gonna get rained on. It's gonna get old. And
Yeah.
fucking,
Course changes over time.
No, I'm not trying to have this
This guy.
wet, sloppy hay around the
See,
whole
but
fucking
it's
thing.
also if we got the
I am.
inflatables.
Zone.
Man's really just trying to eat the hay.
And we
Not,
found
Mess up a snack. No, and then I'd spread it in the backyard after. I'd spread it in the backyard afterwards. Like,
if we got some inflatable barriers,
had the whole job.
like for and then find
3
ourselves with
a.m.
like an open field.
I'd have to see the barrier. I can't visualize it. I don't know what it looks like.
it's dude. Think about 3 hay bales stacked on top of each other, and you just blow that up.
Yeah.
And you
Like
just-
an air mattress.
You know what I'm saying?
Like an air mattress.
Okay.
It's just an
Or like
inflatable
a
obstacle.
pole floaty.
I feel like that's more expensive, but
How? It's reusable though.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you
but
can
you
take
could
it
use it more than
elsewhere.
once and have it just destroy the
It's
yard.
better than a GD
I don't give a shit about
hay
the-
bale, bro. Gosh
I'm trying
darn
to play
hay
Nerf.
bale.
No, all right, whatever. Do your way then.
Yeah, dude, your idea
Good.
sucks, bro.
I'm gonna do it. Trust me.
Who
Like
gives
5
this guy
years,
a
5
mic?
years from now, I'm gonna
Definitely
I'm gonna
inflatables.
have an event going on, and it's gonna be this like hay bale event with Nerf. We're gonna team up, partner up, and I'm gonna use this clip right
Are they
here.
gonna provide the hay bales?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm
If
gonna
they
my
provide the
face.
hay bales, then I will support that decision.
No,
If you
no,
buy
you make
your
your
hay
decision
bale
now.
for the
You make a
Nerf.
decision now whether you're part of it or
No,
not.
we don't know how much the hay bales cost. You're just giving
No,
these things. You're gonna be like,
So don't worry about the money. Don't
Listen,
worry about
Ryan,
the money.
what
Nerf
topic
is,
did
Nerf
you
is
bring?
sponsoring the event. I've already been talking to them.
We're gonna get an email from Nerf
5
saying
years.
we have no association.
No,
Right.
we're talking.
Put a
low-key.
disclaimer.
Now it might be a intern at Nerf, but it's we're talking to Nerf. Trying to get the event going, right?
all right, we've had a lot of people talk. Like we talked about mob mentality and
People.
your insights connect on Nerf.
Yeah, dude.
So my topic
Man,
was,
Fern at Nerf.
who are your top 5 people alive right now?
Me.
And not in order. And we can't say ourselves right here.
Are you
I
talking
knew
about
you were gonna say
music?
that. No, and in
Anything
general,
in general.
whatever in your like, who are the top 5 people? And I still haven't thought of all mine right now. And it doesn't have to be. There's no order. But in mine right now are Russ and Joe Rogan. Those are my 2 that I got right now.
Joe Rogan was gonna be one of mine.
Joe Rogan's one just
Yeah,
because of
that's
like the
crazy.
reach he has, the people that he has on, and
five
he's
people.
top
Yeah.
5 people right now that you're like,
Who's the
like
best?
you're like.
Who is
This
better
guy's
than
just doing.
everyone?
You guys, not top 5 and like, oh, he's just like so much more money, cool. But like, this dude is here and doing something that's good, and I like,
Okay.
he's
It's
on
corny.
the team of life.
As corny as it is, my mom's definitely one of those. But
Your
it's
mom?
because like
That's
we
cool.
went from
You're right. It is corny. No, okay.
that's
I did say not us, so
we went
Yeah,
from
just
like
kidding.
me and her went from 1 or 2 bedroom apartment, single mom status. Now she's married. I have a little brother. They got money. They're chilling. So to like watch her fight that fight she
Hell
fought,
yeah.
oh yeah.
like
Okay,
yeah,
so
she's
in the top
definitely one
5.
of mine.
I got Joe Rogan and Russ right now. I'm
Round
trying
after
to,
round, not getting knocked down.
obviously, there's people that are not here right now that I would want to put in, but
Yeah.
they're not here right now, so I'm not gonna. The question is now. The question is, who's on Earth today doing something about it, or just living a good life and spreading good messages?
Mm.
My only one is me. If I can't pick you guys, then it's me.
You can't pick yourself either.
Why
dude.
not? Plug
Because
myself
you-
right
we
now.
already-
You're somebody.
Everyone
sitting
already
right-
knows you're gonna pick yourself, dude. We're not trying to figure out.
I wouldn't pick myself. Not yet.
One person
I
I
picked
would,
myself in
or
a
can I pick
couple
a
years.
group?
Yeah, you can put any. Yeah, group school.
Alright,
Yeah.
so one group I would want to shout out for sure, or like say like I've been listening to a lot just because like help me relax. I'm especially like when I'm driving through traffic. We were talking about a couple weeks ago, and I'll get my road rage and I'm like I gotta like chill out and put surfaces on.
Services.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You make good music.
I'm trying to think.
Not mad at that.
I kind of want to say. What right now?
I got an honorable mention.
Okay.
Snoop.
Snoop
Snoop Dogg would be
Snoop
on
Dogg.
my honorable mention list.
Okay.
Me and
'Cause
him
that
have
was
the
a
same
glow up.
birthday.
Yeah, that's facts.
What'd you say?
Me and Snoop Dogg have the same birthday,
Nice.
That's lit. What is it?
October 20th.
Hell yeah.
It's
Yeah.
coming up.
Yeah.
Alright.
We need a PO box so you guys can send him birthday cards.
Happy birthday, Snoop.
But
Yes,
yeah,
I
he
got
would
a
definitely
GoFundMe.
be on my honorable
Russ,
mention list.
Joe
'cause he's just
Rogan.
done so much.
I don't know. I don't
That's
really
a
think I
rough
have
question.
like a list of people.
I know. It's hard to think. Like, yeah.
Well, who influences you? Okay, not alive.
Not alive?
Yeah, just who
Bob
influences you?
Marley.
Because you're not here by yourself. I'm the fucking God. I'm the guy by myself. I'm doing everything
No.
by myself. So you have people that you go
No,
and
but the way-
you influence and you believe are influencing the world today. Who are those people? Shout
that
them
are
out
just
so,
doing good.
so people can go find them and know
Oh,
who they
I
are.
see.
Not like it's not like oh he's better than him. Like I don't.
No,
it's
no.
about
I was just joking.
who are
I
fuck,
said
who's
that.
here, who's actually on the earth. Who do you think that, or what can you go find to go help yourself or help?
This is the
world?
thing. But this is my opinion, honestly. I do think that like I could easily name, and this is just based on, I guess American mentality, but it's very easy for me to just be like, when I see somebody, it's very easy for me to just tell based on other people's influence. So it's like I could name names and be like, oh, these are people that you should go listen to what they're saying. But if I'm really being honest, I would pick me every single time. And I do think that there's other people out in the world that can be helpful, but it's all subjective to what your experience is and what you need. So if you're not ready to hear the message of Russ or Joe Rogan, what you're saying, then you can give these people, and they could be great people in terms of what they're doing for the world. It could be helping like millions of people, but somebody might not be ready for it. So for me to be like, oh, go listen to them, I can't do that because I can't die by someone else's sword. And that's what I mean by that. So I pick me because I will always live and die by my sword. So for me, it's always like, if someone's like, oh, I'm looking for like a way to better my life or help myself, I'm going to say, go listen to my music. Because I spent years mastering this, channeling the energy correctly. So when you listen to the music, the vibrations are accurate. So when you listen, the message is there, the vibrations are pure, open your chakras, align the energy in your mind, body, soul. Spent years mastering that. So I wouldn't pass it off to anybody else, because I think that there is good messages that other people have, but it would either be mine or I'd give it to either one of you guys. That's it. I wouldn't give it outside of that because I'm not gonna. It's like, shout out to Nip, all money in. That's it. It's like, I'll bring it in what we're doing. Let's pad the house. Like, they're already good. I'm not going to give them any more energy. They're like, I'm not going to take it away from them, but it's like one of those things that's like, you guys are they're already established. Mine is like, I'm going to put the energy here. Cause so if I'm going to be like, yo, like the only time is if like I can tell when I'm talking to someone that if I'm saying to them like, hey, go listen to my stuff, they're going to look at it like, oh, you're just self-promoting. That's the only time I give it to somebody else, because I'm like, oh, you won't understand, because you're looking at it from an egotistical standpoint, so you won't hear what I'm saying. So I'll pass it off, or based on what they listen to. Like if they like music, like trap music, then I'll try to show them a song by somebody that I feel like this has a good message, but the sound isn't too far away from what you are used to that you'll be able to understand the message. Like Eddie mentioned, the surfaces, that's a certain vibration of music.
For sure.
So if I was gonna play if I was gonna give you a song, Mick Jenkins, I guess. Like, here's a song by Mick Jenkins that you might like because it has this feeling, and you already listened to this people.
I already like Mick Jenkins.
Yeah, and this might take you farther in that direction. But for me, I feel like I'm the root. You know what I mean? I'm always like, the energy that I'm bringing is I speak the universal tongue. So in the music that I'm creating, it's like I feel like if people listen to it, they can find that the center of the universe space, which is within all of us, moving through everything, because that's the energy I channel. So yeah, so for me to pick somebody else doesn't make any sense, because I really do feel like that there's other people doing good in the world, but I feel like I'm my dart's on the bullseye, so I wouldn't be like, look at him throw, like I hit the bullseye every time. That's how I feel. So look at me throw. But some people
humble you.
Some people don't like the self promotion. It's not about humble or the other way, because truth is truth. And if you disagree, then show me. Show me if you disagree.
I feel like that was a cornier answer than me saying my mom.
I don't think so.
Yeah, well, you also thought my mom was a corny answer. So.
Well, I was joking.
Guess you don't hit the bullseye every time.
About what?
It just.
I still hit the bullseye. Bullseye on the joke.
Moving on.
Went over your head.
One other person I want to just like shout out, my boy Dawson. Helped us out with the move a lot. Helped me out with grabbing all the big stuff in the house. Took the big truck down there.
Fire.
It's fire.
Shout out to some friends.
Shout out to Dawson.
Hell yeah. That's cool. Dope.
Yeah.
So
What you got?
I got two people, or one person in a group.
That's cool. What's your topic?
On my topic, I don't really think of a topic, but something that I have been wondering is, what are your plans for Halloween? What are y'all thinking about that? Spooky season's coming up.
I'm down to do fun stuff. I want to do corn maze. I've been trying to do that for years.
I only want to do lame stuff. We should look up the history of Halloween, which actually isn't. Like,
We did look it up.
We should do a murder mystery.
It's
I've
not
been saying that for a while.
It's not even like a real holiday or something.
Write it ourselves.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Halloween is one of those
Invite people over.
like religious battle holidays.
Didn't they tell you like it was like Halloween Town? It was like
Probably.
it's like the day where you can like go to Halloween Town.
I thought it was the day that the dead rose, so you dress up as scary shit so that they think
Yeah.
you're one of them and they leave you alone.
I mean, yeah, I think that's one of the
Reasons.
yeah.
Marketing.
Do you know what you're gonna dress up as for Halloween?
I don't know.
No,
I want to do a theme, so I mean, I'll figure out like if we're gonna do a theme, I'll do a theme. If we're not, then I'll figure out something. I'd like the Ninja Turtles or some shit.
I would be down to do the Ninja Turtles.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
You got the orange glasses on,
That's what I'm
which
saying.
by the way are dope.
Appreciate it. Thank
Are those
you.
new?
Thank you. Well, I got them when I got the other ones. So I broke my glasses like 2 months ago. Bought two new pairs.
Mm.
These were like the transition ones, but they're not very transitional. So,
Yeah, they're hard.
but I appreciate it.
Yeah. So yeah, I would be down to do the turtles. And Ryan's got the purple hair. I don't got anything blue on except this. You got nothing red on, so we'll have
that
to
one's
work
got
on
red
that.
shit. So.
Well, I don't know. I'm down for that.
Definitely.
Yeah. Is it appropriate to have green face paint on, or is that you can't do that?
I think if you, I think it would have
No
been
green.
appropriate until you talked about it right now.
Yeah. Sorry. I just think that it is okay to have thoughts that aren't what other people have.
Doesn't hit the bullseye every time, apparently.
I hit the bullseye every time. Whether you see the target I'm aiming for or not, that's not up to me. It's my job to throw it.
It's a good rebuttal.
Yeah.
Facts.
All right, I'm gonna explain. I'm just gonna keep it simple, right? The world is always changing. It's always evolving. Right? We live in a
Right.
society. Thank you. We live in a society that everybody has the herd/mob mentality based on what's appropriate and what they think they should or shouldn't say or should or shouldn't do. The world doesn't want you to believe or love yourself or understand yourself for the biggest degree. That's the biggest thing. The world does not want you to understand yourself. The moment you start understanding yourself is the moment they start zing, 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 take it down, 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 because they don't want you to understand who you are. Because if people knew what they were and who they are, we wouldn't live under the things that we live under that keep us from being at the level we could be. So in my mind, that's it. If you understand who you are and you know who you are, it doesn't matter what anybody says, whether it's the people you love or the people that just hate you. It doesn't matter.
See, but everybody couldn't know who they are.
That's your choice.
No, but like, and I just mean 100%.
But is it about
That's
100% or is it about like
You could never reach 100%.
well, think about this, right? You are like, let's say a turtle, because we're talking about Ninja Turtles, right? When the Ninja Turtles were the little turtles, all you have to understand is your little turtle legs, your little turtle shell, your little turtle tail, your little turtle head, and your little turtle body. Then you hit the ooze, and now you're growing, but your job is to continue to understand what that thing that is growing is. Like a tree planted in the ground. If I'm an apple seed planted in the ground, all I need to know is that I'm an apple seed. If I know I'm an apple seed, that's okay. I don't need to know how many branches I'm going to have or whatever. I just need to know that I'm an apple seed. As I grow and I sprout, I need to understand that I'm a sprout. As I grow branches and leaves, I need to understand that I grow branches and leaves. As I grow apples, I need to understand that I grow apples. If I understand those things all on the way, I understand what I am. I understand what my purpose is. I understand why I'm planted where I'm planted. You don't need to know that you are an apple tree if you don't have apples yet. You just need to know that you're growing. You need to know that you have sticks. You don't need the final word. The final word of what it is, the apple tree, you won't get for however long. But to understand yourself, why is that not a goal? You know, why is it a goal to go to the gym every day, but it's not a goal to understand who you are internally?
Because and this is what I meant by you couldn't get it to 100%. In order to understand yourself with the way the world works now, you'd have to understand everything else, because it's a placement thing, right? It's because even if like we were talking about, if you're doing what like you were sent here to do, what you're supposed to be doing, it's a placement thing, because you're not sent here to bring people. It wasn't mine. You're not sent here to bring people to reach this synopsis if there's no people that aren't there.
Reflections are important. Yeah.
And
I mean,
so I just
take it like this, right? Like, I agree, definitely. Like, if you're the only thing in existence, like the only thing in existence, then like it's just you and void. Like, void is the only other thing, right? How would you be able to have any sort of anything? Because you'd be like, oh, all you know is that you are and nothing else is. That's the only thing you could know. But that's because there still is a void of existence to be something to reflect. But then as things spawn into the world or into creation, then you could have a further understanding, because you need reflections. But it's like the extremes. Like, every single person on this planet is thinking something that opens space, right? If there's no one who opens the space, no one ever thinks it. It could be 20, 30 years, 30, 40 years from now that what I'm saying makes sense. But I'm opening the space. I'm not the only one who's opened the space. There's plenty of people who've opened the space. The Wright brothers that we were talking about before, the Wayne brothers, because we were joking about the Batman brother, whatever, who invented the airplanes. They opened the space. Did they invent the best airplane? No. Did they invent the airplane or steal the design from whoever invented it? I don't know, with the history of it. But point being, somebody opened the space, and now people fly. So you need that. You need things to open the space, and it's like, that's why I do respect Russ. Like, I really do, because Russ was the person who showed independent artists how to get their music on all the platforms before him, and it was already possible.
Valid.
It was already possible to do. He didn't create it, but he showed everyone you could do it. And Flatbush Zombies, one of the most successful underground touring acts in the world.
Facts.
Still touring to this day, over a decade, independent. They show you that you can actually do this. So to answer your question, those are people I would put in that space as examples. Yeah. Because they showed you that it's possible. Russ was the one who was like TuneCore.
Yeah.
It was more than just TuneCore, but if you do your research, I use TuneCore to this day because of Russ.
Well, he just showed, he always shows, like, sometimes he'll put up, like, for inspirational purposes only, it'll be like Psycho Part 2. Be like $200,000 this week because of it, blah, blah, blah. And he just, like, put up the other day, he's like, I put out this song for $9.99. I did the video for free with blah, blah, blah. And he made it in, like, 2015 or 14 or whatever. And it's still, like, one of his top songs today. And every week he makes money off of it just because it was a great song. And then people started liking it. And then once people put it in their rotation,
yeah,
it was there.
And so you open the space. So those are things that's like, before then, I had a dude, when I put up, the first song I ever put on the big platforms was Potion. I had a dude who was, like, not signed to a label, but he was working with, like, he produces and writes for people who are signed to labels. Like, he is in the industry. And he's asking me how I got my music on spot, because he was working on an album, how I got my music up there, because he didn't know. And he's in the industry. He's making money in the industry, but he didn't know that because they don't talk about it, because they don't want you to have it. They don't want you to have the independent. They want you to be dependent. So he didn't know that. He's in the industry. He's making money. He's signing contracts. He's getting royalties. But he didn't know how to get his music up. That's why I say it damn near every interview and every single podcast. Like, I'm a student to the game. You study, you become more aware. You expand the walls of what you know. So I'm able to get music on Spotify, even though I'm not making a bunch of money, and I lost a bunch of money for a long time because it costed more to put the music up. Yes. Now, because TuneCore got so popular, and then other companies rivaled it, and they made, like, flat fees where you just pay a flat fee and you get your stuff. TuneCore has the flat fee now. So it's way cheaper now than it used to be, because they had to do it.
Yeah.
Because everyone's switching off. I always stayed on it because I was like, I'm just used to it.
Mm-hmm.
But people have to open the space. I really don't think that in this day and age, it's a lot of people who wake up every day and they're like, I will do what I can do to make the world better.
Yeah.
In the past 2 days at my workplace, and my job is my job, it's whatever. But the past 2 days at my workplace, there's 2 people who have gone through individual struggles, who are crying at work. And I'm the one who's going out of my way and, like, giving them a hug, making sure they're okay. Opening the space of, like, yeah, even though we're in this weird place where you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be professional business, whatever. But one dude, his wife cheats on him for the second time because he forgave her the first time.
Tough.
And now they're done. So he's crying. He's like one of the strongest people I know, like especially in that place. And he's crying. You know what I mean? That's a man. I'm a man. That's man to man. But that's the emotion. That's what he feels. But I'm break down that wall, opening that space of it's okay to feel those emotions. And that's the thing I was telling him, like, it's okay. It's okay to feel how you feel. Let it out. And then this other lady was crying because, which I don't even know if we want to go into this topic because she was talking about.
No, dude.
She's talking about something that had to do with her kids. I don't want to go into it because.
Dude, no, bro.
That's a political thing.
I didn't have enough time to even process what we were talking about earlier to be able to speak on it now.
But anyway, she was crying. And so I was like consoling her because I was like, I can see that you're hurting in that space. And if I can recognize that and have enough empathy to like, I'm not like, I can't be like, here, let me take your pain away, or I'm going to give you all the inspirational quotes that will like make your life better, but you're hurting. And I'm going to be there for you because that's what I can do.
Just another showing someone else is another person in the world that is a caring person. Yeah. So that goes so. I had a thought the other day when I was driving. I was like, dude, like if you know you're a good person and like you just try to do what's good, like, dude, there's nothing else you can do. Like that's literally life. You go through your life, you try to do what's best for you, and you try to make it so that you can have as best life as you can. And along the way, as long as you're a good person, all your intentions are good. And for good reason, like no one can tell you that you're a bad person. Yeah. No one can make you feel anything. Like and that's it. That's life. That's right. That's the goal. That's it. And then when you go, you come back and you do it again, or you go and do whatever's next. But it's just like if you are just doing the right thing and doing what you're supposed to do, like life is good. Now there is going to be road bumps and trials and tribulations for you to grow and get stronger and learn. But at the same time, it's like at the end of the day, like you're living, you're breathing. Yeah, life is beautiful.
Well, that's like when we always talk about it. I'm looking at the chessboard and try to see 1 through 5. That's to me that's the 4. The 3 is like the mainline persons that we call it 3. It's like you're just a person living life. You do shit, you don't do shit. It's whatever. You're not really making the world better. You're not really making it worse. You're just doing stuff. 4, you make the world better unconsciously. You're just living through your life. You're nice to people. You don't cut people off in traffic. You let people go. You're calm. You're nice. That's a 4. 5 is aware that there are 1s.
Yeah.
And 1s wake up every single day and they make the world harder. They try to make the world harder. 5s wake up every single day to make the world better. True. 2s are the people who just make it worse passively. They're not trying to make it worse, but they're just assholes. And they make other people's lives worse. So you can't even be mad at them because they don't really know what they're doing.
Not calling them a 2.
Nah. But it's like there's the spectrum.
Ooh, reflect.
Ooh,
Give us a mirror for us.
Hell yeah. Trap. You activated mine? Trap.
Yugi boy.
Calvin boy. You activated my trap card.
Now your life points are going to 0.
Down to 0. My spellbinding circle.
Go, dark magician girl.
Can I
Red eyes.
Can I switch up the topic? Because it's been on the back of my brain since we brought up the Ninja Turtles. How capable do we think they really are? Like, who are they taking in a fight? Who aren't they?
You're Ninja Turtles?
Yeah. Like, what do we think?
Space lasers involved, or just like normal cannons, or no like guns? Like,
well, they're like bulletproof. Their shells, at least, are bulletproof.
True. The sniper rifle's still getting them.
I mean, that's still in them.
Well, if they're just chilling, like getting like they're ordering, like they're getting a piece of pizza, and someone's in a sniper on the building and shooting through the grate, like,
I mean,
sorry, bro. Like,
I mean,
you love the pizza though.
It's like it's a blatant.
I do too. We're always buying it. Right.
It's a blatant fight, like
a 1-on-1,
not necessarily
4-on-4,
like a Mortal Kombat.
Not necessarily.
I feel like style.
Well, no. I'm thinking more so like.
Are we on Earth? Or are we talking about like other characters?
We're on Earth.
Okay.
Right. Do we think that, like, even we'll take it in a realism?
You've been like Conor McGregor versus
Raphael. You add the Ninja Turtles to your army and you're invading countries. Like,
that's kind of what I was thinking, honestly. Yeah, that's exactly what my mind.
Like, do we think that they
would be
like,
nice?
Definitely taking Canada. Sorry, Ryan and Jason.
Okay.
But can they survive up there?
I was born in Michigan, first of all.
Can they survive? They're in New York, though. They're in New York.
Are there turtles in Canada?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's turtles in Canada.
I don't know what these fires do.
Alright, are the turtles modern day Ninja Turtles? Are they trained in the art of martial arts but also trained in the art of modern warfare? Because if you give the turtles, like, one's got a sniper and one's got a machine gun, I'm taking them. I'll take them. But if they're battling with a freaking nunchucks,
like,
nah, bro, hit the Zuko and they're all gone.
That was my whole thing, because at that point they're just
turtle suits.
Because they're not like they're Batman equivalent. You know what I mean? Like, they're not like super strong.
I would take turtles over Batman for sure. But if I can only have one turtle, then I'll take Batman.
Whoa.
All 4 turtles over
You think,
Batman?
You think?
I would take all 4 turtles over Batman.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Batman
And you get
wins.
Splinter.
I think Batman.
All
And
4?
Splinter.
With Splinter?
Yeah.
How many Ninja Turtles could you take on?
Are we
Zero.
talking like
Well, I am Mikey, so
full
one.
bat arsenal?
Dude,
I dare say yes.
bro, but
no.
Batman eventually has to
If we're-
retire, bro.
if
dude.
we're talking
you don't
about-
know how this
Oh.
GMO
About
soup that they
Batman
got,
and Robin.
how long they're gonna live.
That's if we're talking about full bat
Who's
arsenal.
Robin?
You got
like- Just kidding. I
You
like
got
Robin. I like
Robin,
Robin.
you got-
I
Shout
like
out to
Robin from
Batgirl,
what
you
movie was
got-
Robin in? Then it was that one guy
It
who
was
he was like Gordon's son or something.
isn't
or he
that
was in the
number
police.
1.
Which one was that?
I don't
He
know.
never
Number
came
one.
back.
He didn't. That sucked. I wish they did bring him in.
I liked him because you didn't even know he was Robin.
What's his guy?
at the
What's that
end.
guy's name? He does Looper. That's a great movie.
Because his real name was
Yeah.
Robin. He went by something
Looper
else.
was
Looper's
solid.
great.
Oh,
That's
Looper
such a
was
good.
great.
That's
With
such a
Anakin
good concept.
Skywalker. Oh wait, no, that's a
is he?
different one. That's Jumper.
Yeah,
Jumper is
yeah,
Anakin.
yeah.
Looper is
Looper is when they
that one
like they
guy,
have a
Hawk
contract
Guy,
where
or-
they have a contract for 30 years, where they just shoot like the people that come from the future. And,
Yeah,
like,
they come
the
back in
mob's,
time
like,
and they
sending it
murder
back.
people to
And then
try
when
to-
they shoot them and they get the gold bricks, it's themselves.
Yeah,
and
they
they have
kill
30
them.
years
Yeah.
to live, and it's a loop every dude. And then he saves the kid. Oh man, dude, that's such a good movie. Hell yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know. I was just sitting there thinking. But then we brought up Batman, and now I'm thinking
Do you
about
think the
Batman.
Ninja
I didn't
Turtles
wanna
are
ask
taking
this.
Wolverine?
Well, which didn't
All
Wolverine-
4
to
though,
the
dude.
point
4
of-
Ninja Turtles, you can't underestimate.
point of
4 Ninja
taming.
Turtles, though.
Wolverine or Logan?
But Shredder
How
did
tall-
kind of just toss him around though.
How tall are the
And Shredder's not.
Because I don't
that
think he's
great.
taking
So, yeah,
Wolverine.
Shredder's
Because
not that
Wolverine will
nice.
just regenerate, but he'll take Logan. Logan was too slow. He wasn't
might take
regenerating
Logan.
slow enough or fast enough.
He might take Logan.
I think he takes.
But
Logan.
Shredder just isn't that lit. Like he's not that lit.
No, he just
Like
got
he's
that
like
summer.
guy.
he's scary. Like as a whatever. Like you don't know what he's about really. But
See, but if you gotta have a whole freaking clan of people for you to,
A Foot
Yeah.
Clan.
yeah,
like Wolverine's gonna. But and then if Shredder is throwing the Ninja Turtles around, then Wolverine can probably do some damage.
Yeah.
he's gonna put up a fight.
Well, he probably win because you can't kill him. How are they gonna kill him?
I feel like they could. I feel like what's his name?
They get it ooze. They get it ooze Ray.
No, ooze right.
Like, dude, okay, what would
Definitely
happen
think
if you
Wolverine
cut off
wins.
Wolverine's head and put it in like a really strong box, and you like cut all his body parts off and put him in a box where they can't? Like, is he regrowing
Well,
into 2 Wolverines? or-
No, because Wolverine and
Oh, no.
Deadpool have the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You cut their head
It's
off,
over.
they're powerless.
Oh, really?
Right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That's what they did in the Deadpool movie, right? Cut his head off, but like he didn't.
Was he?
regenerate a
He
head.
wasn't regrowing the head. You need the head to regrow.
Yeah,
So just cut his head off.
So the brain
I
doesn't.
don't remember.
but he doesn't die. I think he just had to get his body attached.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's winning the fight
He
at
just
that
had to
point.
heal
yeah.
back.
But then the body can keep going.
I feel like
can
losing-
speed
I feel
Well,
like-
that's how they killed Deadpool and X-Men. They finally decapitated him.
in the like early ones before.
That
he
makes
was, like,
sense.
Really,
What's that one movie where they're like that's the only way to kill him? So like savagely running, like you're just ripping people's heads off, and you see like their whole spinal cord come out.
Holy crap.
Remember?
No.
I can't remember what movie it is, but it's savage as hell.
It's just things of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Maybe
don't
Rip
know
their
what
I'm
movie it
spines
is.
out.
But it's like that's the only way to kill them. They're vampires or something.
Oh.
And he just goes, and it's like.
Oh.
I don't remember the movie. This
Alright.
Van Helsing.
All right, Ninja
Maybe.
Turtles or John
It
Wick?
wasn't Van Helsing.
There was John Wick. Dude, John Wick's got a lot of guns.
I do
man.
like John Wick a lot.
John Wick took some big hits.
Yeah.
I just think the ninja is like, well, John Wick, he can take the mobs, but John Wick also had a lot of help.
But I don't know. He was taking miles out by himself. Too.
He was, but he also had a lot of help. If you just go like throw him in an arena, like our animal fights,
I feel like the Ninja Turtles aren't that strong though. Like
That's what
they're
I'm
a
saying.
solid. They're a solid gang.
I think they just
Solid
have
group-
really
group of
good
guys.
They got good one-liners. I think that just takes them over the edge.
You know?
Right.
If Spider-Man and the Ninja Turtles had a turf war over New York, who's keeping New York?
Mm. Spidey? Which?
Spider-
Wait. Which
I
Spider
know,
Man?
I know.
Yeah,
I
Andrew
know.
Garfield.
Tobey
I feel
Maguire's getting rocked by those Ninja Turtles.
I love Toby.
I love Toby too, but he's not athletic enough.
Well,
Dude.
Venom Toby.
Ooh, yeah, Venom Toby could do it.
Might
Oh
stand a
yeah,
chance.
Venom. Yeah.
But
Well, that's Venom now. So
Lodging
now we're talking about
pelvic
Venom, not Spidey.
Yeah,
But
Venom.
I feel like Tom Holland's taking them.
Spider-Man would just take out one of them.
Yeah, he's the suit's just freaking nasty.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like the Tom Holland Spider-Man is like boosted.
See, now we're not even talking about Ninja Turtles anymore. We're just talking about which Spider-Man is the best. Like, who will you put in the fight? If you had to pick one Spider-Man.
Andrew Garfield, for sure.
Okay, let's say, right, you get all 4 turtles and Splinter.
Tom Holland's suit he has so many different options.
All 4 turtles and Splinter versus
had the most heart.
all 3 Spider-Men without the Iron Man suit.
Okay, wait. What, how many?
So the 4 turtles
Okay.
and Splinter
Yeah.
versus all 3 Spider-Men. Normal suit. Spider-Man.
Yeah. Because they would just sneak attack. Because the turtles would be just chilling. Like they're always off guard when some shit happens.
No, this is like this is the fight.
They know
they
going
start
up
this
against
like
it.
Climax.
Go.
Pretty much like
You got the joysticks.
Spidey
sense
sense
goes crazy.
Yeah, because the Spidey's
Splinter,
got
Spidey
got
sense
range.
is nice.
You got range.
Yeah.
You just sling on their feet
Splinter,
down. Splinter is
You
crazy.
think they're taking
though.
Splinter?
Splinter's crazy.
You think they're taking Splinter?
Definitely.
Splinter's dummy.
Yeah, but you know,
Tom Holland doesn't think
Andrew
that
Garfield
fast.
took out Electrode. Or whatever that guy. No, Chud.
Jamie
Whatever,
took out Jamie
what's his
Foxx.
name? Yeah, Jamie Foxx.
facts. They cloned him.
He
now
did
'cause
take out Jamie Foxx. That is true.
I don't know though. But Splinter though.
I think that the turtles are going down, dude.
I do
I
like
think
the turtles.
eventually,
Dude.
but I think you're losing at least
Dude,
one
think about
Spider-Man
it. Think
in
about
that
it.
fight.
Now the turtles could have one advantage. They order pizza, and they sneak attack him when he's ordering, dropping on
Hot
the
pizza to the face.
That's their only chance. He reaches down to get
I
the
don't know
pizza.
that.
And just
Like
wham!
because
is
they have
dumb
potential.
crazy,
Have you guys
though.
ever seen the like arcs of Raphael without his brothers?
When he's Rogue or whatever his name is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
It was just asshole.
Man,
Well, all the
Man,
brothers
that's
get
all terrible.
murdered at
Yeah.
some point. No, I
And
thought
so
Raphael
he-
dies
What?
first.
No,
That is anger. No, he dies last. No, he died first. Does he?
no.
I don't
I'm
know.
talking. I'm specifically talking about like Raphael without his brothers. There's a whole arc of that.
Is
And
that when he
it's like-
goes off by himself?
Yeah.
Because he's so mad.
Well, no, it was his brothers get offs. If I'm not
Is it
mistaken.
animated?
I thought he died.
I don't
first.
know if it's animated. I read it.
Oh, you read it.
I thought
Yeah.
he died first. I thought Michelangelo was like the last one alive. I thought Raphael died first.
I didn't know
Well,
there was
I'm
an end to
talking
the turtles.
about-
I thought the turtles were like
Yeah.
still.
I
Like,
guess-
But
Yeah,
regardless,
I
no
never
matter.
kicking
realized
it,
that
hanging
either.
in there. It's like,
No matter.
They're still
I don't think it was.
ordering
Well, maybe it
pizza,
was
skateboarding
Raphael.
on the subway.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But
go
on the
ahead.
Giants
Whoever
beat
it
the
was,
Patriots and
like
just,
they
left
they
New
freaking
York.
like Nighthawk status.
twice.
I would like to watch that. A series of 4 turtle movies where every movie one of the turtles dies, and it goes on to the next one, and like there's one less.
I
And
don't
it's
know if
like,
I
oh,
want to.
So you're trying to kill the
I'm
turtles.
trying to see an M-rated Ninja Turtles.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I want to see the real shit.
That'd be a horror then, all right?
That
No.
sounds like a.
It'd be a heartfelt
like-
moment.
Raphael like, sneaking in your room.
Okay.
Eat your pizza.
That's what you
Okay,
would have
okay.
heard.
Here's the question. Would you be more scared if you woke up in the middle of the night and one of the turtles are in your room, or Spider-Man? Who would you be more scared?
I'd be
Spider-Man.
more
'Cause
scared.
You don't know
No.
who the hell is under that suit.
You don't know which one it is.
Well, like because
Well, did they have their,
if I
did they
woke
have
up-
their-
it's not
their
Andrew
if I
Garfield.
woke up and I saw a freaking 6-foot turtle, my first
Yeah.
thought process is alright, something fucking weird's happening.
No,
And
I
so
would
at
shit
least
my
like I'm
pants.
prepared for that scared.
I would think I'd shit.
But if I woke up
and
and there's a grown ass
Actually.
man in a Spider-Man costume,
I'll say, Daddy, got a
oh
bad
yeah, I would think
sign.
it's a person. I would just think it's a person.
Facts.
I would think, and I'd just get up and attack him.
I would
and
be
then
very
it's
freaked
fucking
out.
Spider-Man. Like
oh, if it's actually Spider-Man, then I'm.
that's
get
my whole
webbed
point.
up.
Like if you wake up,
Over.
you wake up in the middle of the night and a dude in a Spider-Man
You wake up
costume
and
in
he
your
goes,
room, you're gonna.
Oh, you're late.
No way.
Dude, that's done, dude.
See,
yeah, that's
that
it.
sucks, dude. That's
That's
All right,
just
all right,
sucks.
all right. If Spider-Man
and covers your mouth, you're done.
if
That's-
Spider-Man sneaks
no,
in your
that's
room
like-
and launches web at you, is that a sex crime?
Depends where he shoots you.
Because
Depends on what
he's
state you're
he's
in.
launching
That's definitely breaking your enemy.
liquids at you.
One.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's assault.
true. Yeah, with a deadly weapon.
Is it deadly? Can you die? By,
Yeah, if it's
can
so-
you
you-
die by web?
Dude, if the weapon's so sticky
by
and
web.
they shot it, paused down your throat, and it got stuck.
Did
like,
you see that
you're not
on the way it
breathing.
dies?
Is that in there?
Uh,
Spider-Man. I used to watch 1,000 Ways to Die.
Dude, you know what I feel like is top 3 for like not unrecognized but just underrated superheroes? Whatever breed that Hancock and that chick
Oh, yeah.
come
Oh
from.
yeah.
Or they're aliens.
Dude, they get
Yeah, that's
slapped
an
on, bro. That's like Superman level right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they have a one weakness.
Yeah,
Yeah,
each
sex
other.
Sex drives. Like, no,
Love.
Yeah, but love. Yeah.
love, which
Yeah.
is a great
Crazy.
weakness.
That's
To
good.
have.
Yeah, that's good. That
I
makes
mean,
sense.
I'll take fucking love over kryptonite.
It's also
to
your
be
greatest
honest.
strength. It's your greatest strength.
I stay away from this chick.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I like that one.
I love
Hancock was
Hancock,
an
yeah.
amazing movie.
But yeah, I'll go Alien. For
That was
sure.
like Will's. I don't know if I want to say it. It has like Will Smith's like I feel like prime in movie
Mhm.
industry.
Pre-slap.
That was way.
I feel like
Obviously.
Yeah, but like I think that era was like he was making the best movie.
That is
Men
true.
in Black.
What else came out in there?
Men in Black is such a.
I am
Such a
Legend
great
was
concept.
around there
Still-
too, right?
What do you say?
I Am Legend.
Oh my
That was-
god!
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
That era,
that
Will
was around
Smith,
that era.
he
yeah.
was crazy.
He's also
No, he
great in
definitely popped
Concussion.
off.
Bro.
No,
Have
I
you seen
didn't.
Concussion?
Oh yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
he's so good in that. Oh man.
But I didn't
I
watch.
didn't
To be fair, I
watch
didn't
it
watch
all the way
that one,
through.
the tennis one he just did.
I didn't
a
want.
year
Oh, I
ago.
want to watch. I did.
Apparently,
watch
it's really
that one.
good. I
Yeah,
didn't
I
watch
didn't
that. To be fair,
I didn't watch that one.
I'm not trying to get slapped either. So,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm not
just
saying
kidding,
he
I'm
makes
just
bad
kidding.
movies.
Will
Shout out to Chris Rock.
Will Smith comes through your iPhone and
I'm not saying he
holographically
makes
slaps you.
bad movies. Didn't love the Gemini.
that was a weird
Project.
moment though.
Did you guys see that?
Which one?
The
What
Gemini
movie?
Project with the
No.
young
Oh
Will Smith.
yeah,
I saw
yeah.
that. in theaters.
Wait. This actually,
So I'm a
it,
theater
it
goer.
does relate to what Jason brought. I was gonna bring it earlier. Did y'all get that like national alert thing?
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
think about that, guys?
They're ready to.
What do you think about all of us having a
Mass
connected national?
consciousness.
Where it was like no, what did it say? It said no necessary like requirements from the
Action.
public. Yeah.
That's what really made
But
me
it's for
worried.
future use, and I was like, "What do you like? What do you like? What is there gonna be like a thing where?"
But
I'll say this.
What was
Say
it?
your thought first.
I don't know
I
what we're
feel like
talking
it's
about.
it was like a national alert. They basically they started. You know how you get the
Yes, it's
Amber
not
Alert,
ready yet.
Yeah.
but now they like started a national one where it was like testing if you can get to like all the Indian reservations, all the. It was basically saying like trying to get to every iPhone or every whatever smartphone and give you an alert as a test for future precaution.
That's war.
So,
like-
what is this future precaution that they're
Ooh.
gonna nationally alert us on at some
Ooh.
point?
What
That's what I see.
what I read, right? 'cause
We
I
won't go
saw
too
it.
deep because that's what we were talking about earlier. But I just wanted to get your perspective, if you got it, and what you thought when you got it. What happened to me? I was watching back the ZJ Yillis thing I
Mhm.
made, and I'm like halfway through
When was this?
today.
Today.
It was
was
at
today?
like 2
It
o'clock.
was at like
So,
2:20 actually.
One of the teachers
2:20. Yeah.
at the school I was at today, her phone went off,
Yeah.
and like I watched her struggle to get it to turn
Dude.
off too.
I honestly, there's probably a good chance my phone is at a very low percentage, but just in case it wasn't, I don't know. I can't remember what it was. But I'm watching the thing. I'm like halfway through. And all of a sudden, he goes, beep. And I look at it, and it's like, national alert. And my phone's like freaking out, and then it just dies. And I was like, did they just like incinerate my phone? Beep, gone. And I had to go pick her up from school, so I plug my phone in. I walked back in, and I was like, well, let's see if they fried my phone. And I clicked the news back on. And I was like, thank God, because I just did the GJ Yellis. I was like, no, what if I lost that? But it was fine. But I just thought it was like, that was just a weird
Yeah.
thing, like a weird alert. Also, I hate the noise. The noise is terrible.
Yeah.
So what I saw that it was coming actually yesterday or 2 days ago. Because I saw it on like a news break article.
At first, I thought it was like a storm was coming. Like there's gonna be like a.
Mhm.
First, I thought it was Amber Alert. Then I saw like national whatever. I thought it was like a tornado's
Eddie,
coming.
did
like,
you
whatever.
get it?
Yeah.
Because
So I was like,
Eddie apparently turned off Amber Alert.
no, of course I got it. Yeah.
You can turn off Amber Alert.
I don't know if he actually did, but the
But
we
let me get this thought out. Let me get this
Yeah,
thought out
yeah,
because I've been trying to get it out for like the last 5 minutes.
How you gonna put him on blast like that? Go ahead.
But
So totally unreal.
The salt was
So I was
belly
driving when it happened, right? Because I knew about it was gonna happen. I was like, huh. I literally had the forethought. Like, I thought this was supposed to happen at this time, right? So I had to, and it said it was gonna be on the radio also. So I had my radio on to see if it would come on the radio.
Did it?
And so I saw it on my phone first, and about 10 minutes later, it came on the radio.
And what the radio said.
And the radio said like the same thing that the phone read.
No, okay.
Yeah,
About a
but
month
it was
from
in
now?
in a voice.
Dude,
About a
that's
month from now,
nuts.
they're gonna get everyone's gonna be on the world. It's gonna be like Tafusa attacking. What's that from?
Madagascar, yeah.
No, you know what I think? I'm gonna say this, and this is all I'll say. In 2001, at 9/11, more people were watching the TVs when the towers blew up than any time ever in history to this day watching the same thing. mass consciousness.
Tuned in.
If you get a mass consciousness tuned into one event, then you can essentially
Like alter people's thoughts.
So
or
I think,
mob mentality.
his feelings, things like that.
so I think something's
big,
gonna happen.
Big mom mentality. with
Something's
that.
gonna happen, and it's gonna happen on all of our phones. So everyone's gonna like when that thing pops up, you no longer have control of your phone, really.
Yeah.
So they could play a video on your phone without like everyone has
just
to watch
pops
the
up.
video.
See, that's what scares me. Because
Everywhere.
the same, theoretically, anything that has ever been created can be hacked. Because
Yeah.
the person that created it knows how to get into it.
Mhm.
But I
And
will
so-
say,
And the person creating it might not even know that one of the products they use can be
Mm-hmm.
whatever until you put these two things together and then, oh, look at that.
they did do one right around COVID too. Like when Trump was still president, they had another like national alert as a test, and I think that was like 2 years ago or something like that.
the keys got changed hands. Now they want to make sure it's still working.
So I don't know.
Interesting.
What was I gonna say?
It's going to be very interesting. About to hit 2024. And that's going to be another crazy year.
Might go Canada train.
I don't know, dude. Canada's on fire. Their president was trash, too. The thing, when we left Canada, it was actually a good time that we left. Because when we left, it got more, like, lockdown. And more, like, yeah. Did you guys see Aaron Rodgers on the TV?
Mm-mm.
He was talking about whatever. And he was talking about the Sunday night game. He was like, like, Zach was playing well, we're doing great, blah, blah, blah. Like, Patrick Mahomes, MVP, like, didn't do too well. And then he was like the Pfizer guy, we kept him doing whatever. Because during Sunday Night Football, there's like a commercial, and it's Travis Kelce, like, promoting getting, like, the COVID vaccine or whatever.
Mm.
Right.
And then Aaron Rodgers dropped it on him, like, they called him, like, the Pfizer kid or whatever. I was like,
Yeah.
that's lit. Bro.
How much
Yeah.
they pay you, Travis? How much they
Facts.
pay you, Travis?
To do that. That's crazy, dude. Crazy. And you got Aaron Rodgers out there on the other end.
I will say I picked Travis Kelce in fantasy before he was like big.
Mm.
I don't have any more though.
And Darren Waller.
So
Darren Waller's.
Darren Waller.
cares?
We'll see how the Giants do. But, yeah, whatever. Football. But, yeah, that was definitely crazy. I was like, when I saw that, I was like, no fucking way. I was wondering how much you got paid to do that, actually.
Mhm.
But who knows? The one thing I do, even though I hate the State Farm commercials, I just hate everything what they do with them. But the one thing I did is funny that they brought, like, Mahomes got, like, Andy Reid on there.
Mm.
He, like, hooked it up for his boys, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
because Mahomes got this, like, now Andy Reid's on the thing. It's like, you have no business being on there, but now because your personality's in there and you got to. So I was like, that's cool, like, on the State Farm tip, like, whatever, you got your boys involved, but still, I was like, I still don't like this, how they did the State Farm thing.
What's your favorite Geico commercial?
I liked when they had the cavemans before they said that was
Oh,
socially
yeah.
unacceptable.
Mm.
The worst was the hump day. It was geek for a second.
Oh, I hate.
I
Yeah, that
loved
was
Hump
trash.
Day. I loved Hump Day. I have like
It
two
doesn't even
Uncle
make
Mikes.
sense,
I have
like-
two Uncle
Mike,
Mikes
Mike,
and a
Mike,
It's like
Grandpa
middle of the
Mike.
week.
Yeah.
Day is it, Mike?
But, like, there's 7 days in the week. So.
Oh,
I like the caveman. There was even a TV show of the caveman, the Geico caveman.
I heard about
Got
that. I never
canceled.
watched it.
Really?
A couple episodes or something.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like the caveman. They had this gecko too long.
It's
I don't
working.
think
yeah, he's a solid
He
guy.
must
I
be
like the
good.
Gecko.
I like, you know who my
But-
favorite guy is? And this is, I don't know if this is going to sound bad just because we're talking about like fake characters, but I like the all state stand. Are you in? I like his voice. He's actually an actor. I've seen him in other like older
Mhm.
movies.
Yeah.
At all the
Yeah.
commercials, you know, his voice is the best. So I like him.
Definitely.
Even though he's not an inanimate creature.
What about the
But-
the guy that plays the Vulture in Brooklyn Nine-Nine? He's always like a detective, but he's the
You said Vulture.
bad habits like me.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
the guy who
yeah.
plays Vulture in the new Spider-Man is with Tom Holland,
Oh.
whose daughter
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Mary Jane.
He's
Yeah,
always
yeah,
a
yeah.
vulture. In what he plays.
Oh, that guy. I know
Yeah.
you're talking about. He's like kind of bald or whatever.
Wait, he wasn't the original bad accident guy, was he? Wasn't there a dude
No.
before him who would like get like in a car accident and be like, "Is this you?" You remember that guy? One eyebrows gone. You ever seen it?
No.
Well,
I just remember Ryan Kirk and Signs on Nickelodeon.
When we were watching the
I
game
remember
yesterday, right? And a Progressive commercial came on. And it
Oh,
wasn't
that's
like
the
Flow or
worst,
anything
dude.
like that.
Oh,
No, but it
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
Flow.
Flo guy.
But it was just like a picture of like an island, and it was like calming music, and it panned up, and then it panned down the island, and that was it.
And it was
Okay.
hilarious too, because when the commercial started, I walked away
Island shit.
and I came back and I was like, "Is this the same is this, like, did it play again? So I asked him, I was joking around because I thought it played twice. And I was just like, this is the long-ass commercial? He's like, yeah. And I was like, wait, no, this is the same commercial? And he's like, yeah. And I did not believe you at first.
It was like a 30-second commercial progressive just going up and down.
Yeah.
But their name's so big that they can just do stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's so stupid. They're probably trying to. This was some
I don't know. I think that's
messaging.
yeah, definitely. It's
and
basically
we still
like,
remembered it was progressive.
like you can go on it. Like, do you?
I'm
wanna
gonna go
be
on a
the beach?
conspiracy page. Fine, they're gonna pinpoint that island somewhere and be like, "This is the island."
It's Epstein
Oh,
Island.
this is happening.
Yeah.
It's probably not that.
Well, a
island.
lot
It's
of
probably
them is
one
just like all those ads like are like making you feel like bad because like some shit like you're gonna fucking die
Dude,
in a car crash and
need
if you
my
don't
product.
like if you don't do this you're not gonna be able to swing on the swings with your kids and you're like what like I'm
Yeah.
24 I don't even have a kid yet like,
Look, the thing
Some
you
people
ever
do,
seen
but-
that Black Mirror episode where they bicycle? That's my favorite
Yes,
one.
dude.
You guys seen that one where they bicycle? They like sit on the bicycle and they got their little avatars and they make
Yeah,
every
that
every
one's
pedal is like a
Dude, that
dollar.
one's crazy. You seen
So-
that one?
That one's super messed
Mhm.
up.
But
I
just to
actually
give you
went
the-
back
Yeah, they
to
basically
rewatch
like the
that.
way you
That was
earn
my
your
favorite
money
one
is
too.
like by pedaling,
Yeah.
but then everything you do costs money. Like what you watch.
So like an apple is
Whatever.
300 pedals. So to eat, you're pedaling and you got to pay to eat.
Maybe I have. You might have
Yeah.
shown me that.
I definitely.
And then to
Yeah.
like you could enter this contest for $1 million to show your talent. And if you did that talent and you got like successful, you could be not one of the peddlers, but like run your own show type thing.
Fact.
So this dude, I don't want to spoil it because it's actually a really good episode. But anyway, so my point was that it's like that with the ads, like because it got to a point where if you don't have enough money to skip an ad, you have to watch the ads. And your room is just like you sit like a room like this where you have a bed, whatever other stuff, and then the walls are just TV screens. And if you close your eyes, the ad pauses and then it like makes noises waiting for you to look back at it.
That one's still.
And so you have to watch that. And it's like that with the phones, dude. Like I remember when the first ads were like 5 seconds and you'd go to the video. And then it was like 15 seconds, but some of them you could skip after 5. And then it was 2 ads. And now I'm playing like Trivia Crack and there's like 60-second ads. I'm like, how dare you?
You know what's the worst thing? You're
60
playing
seconds.
YouTube, you're playing music, and there's an ad, but it's a 10-minute ad,
Yeah.
and you don't hit skip, and you went off, and you come back, and you're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
It's like Johnny
You're
and
watching
Jimmy
an episode
fucking
of something.
painting the house, and you're like, what?
I will admit, one of my favorite TV shows, Animal Kingdom. I watched the entire pilot episode as an ad by accident. So I was just sitting there watching YouTube, like attentively watching YouTube, and it came on, and I got hooked
Yeah.
in.
Mm.
And it wasn't until like I missed something, and I went to go rewind it, and accidentally like skipped the ad, and I was just like, "What the was I just watching?" Like, I didn't realize I didn't put that on. Like,
I've definitely done something like
yeah.
that once or twice.
There was a girl she played a song. Most like music that I see under ads, I skip it. But it was a girl who played a song. It was like some girl song, and I listened to it, and I was like, oh, this shit's dope, and I added to my playlist. So like one time it's ever worked.
yeah,
Facts. The
it
only,
takes one time.
honestly, that, like, the biking one, I like the one where they're in, like, the museum.
I
And
like
there's,
Love,
like-
Death, and Robots more.
But I think
Personally.
the by far the scariest
watched
one
it.
is the one where
what?
is the dude
I
that,
don't know, I couldn't get into it.
You tripping?
he
Sorry.
takes your DNA and he puts it in his video game. And
Oh,
you have,
yeah.
like, a version
I like
of
that
your,
actor.
It's a
Yeah.
version of your
Yeah.
conscious trapped in this video game. Dude, that is
remember that
the
one.
scariest episode by far.
Oh,
Because he can manipulate everything about the game,
that's
and your
not even what I was
conscious from
thinking about.
everything you've known up until that point is in there. And he's like, this guy from working, you're in this game, you can't get out of it, and blah, blah, blah. But what ends up happening, spoiler alert for this episode, is that they break through, at the end, they break through, like, the cyber wall, and they get to beat whatever the big, like, online space game is. They get to, like, be, like, NPCs, but not NPCs in the game. They get to, like,
That's pretty
so they
sick.
still
And
have
then
a
he
life.
gets trapped
They
in the
have
game.
some sort of life still. It's a vast
Yeah.
universe of game. So like at least that conscious has a life at the end of it. But dude, that
Mentally,
was the
that's a freaking mind
scariest,
trip.
the scariest one, bro. Like there's a version of me trapped in some dude's video game, bro. What?
That's crazy.
Because like
At
you,
first,
because he
I'm
offered.
neoing out of that shit.
It's because he like offered you like some coffee or something or whatever, and then he's like, "I'll throw it away for you," and he takes the cup. Like, bro,
Yeah, and he takes the DNA.
crazy, bro. There's definitely some good ones. Black
The
Mirror is
first thing that
definitely.
came to my mind when you said that was the anime called Sword Art Online, which is basically the same concept except it's actually the player. It's like the VR, but it's like full immersion,
Okay,
right? And you go full immersion into the game.
segue. Go ahead, sorry. After that.
And so basically the creator of the game made it so that you couldn't disconnect from the world once you were in.
Ooh.
That's one of my
Got
dreams.
And you had the only way to
I had a dream like
disconnect
that.
was to beat it. And it was at the 100th level, and they had to start on level 1.
That's awesome.
I
Did
really
anyone
had
beat
that
it?
thought before.
I won't spoil it too much, but they didn't get to the 100th level.
Oh, that. You know what's a really good movie? It's a Spanish movie. It's called The Platform, or just Platform.
Mm.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So concept is, this is not the segue I thought of before, which I still got that. But the concept is there's this jail system, and on paper there's like 100 floors in the jail, and there's a bunch. It just goes up, right? And there's a platform in the middle that just floats up and down, right? And at the start of every mealtime, this platform goes from the top, where it's like these fancy cooks, like they're making super gourmet, like super luxurious, the best foods you could possibly have, and it's a prison. And that goes down to the first floor, and they have like 30 seconds, and they take whatever, they eat whatever on the plate, and then it goes down to the next one, all the way down until so they run out of food essentially. And the concept is like the guy who goes in, he's trying to prove that this place is inhumane, right? And there's a lady who's trying to prove that it's humane. She's like, oh well, there's 100 floors. If everyone shares food and don't take more than they need, everyone can eat, right? Because there's enough food on there for 100 servings, and there's 2 people per floor, so for 200 servings. So the guy gets to the jail, and when you get there, you wake up on a random floor, and every week you get pushed to a new floor, right? So as the movie goes on, it's like the platform goes down and down and down. I'm not going to spoil it because it's a really good movie, but essentially that's the concept. I don't want to say anymore actually because it's a really good movie.
It is very good.
But it's like I thought of that because you said the levels.
Right.
And so essentially what I'll say is like instead of people working together, most of the people would just like scarf down food and then just like throw it, and it would go down to the point where it'd get low enough to the point where there was no food, and the people on the bottom floors would like murder each other and kill each other and eat each other because it ran out of food. Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a really good movie. But what I was gonna say earlier is like, what you were saying is like Ready Player One almost.
Yeah.
If Ready Player One was a game today, would you play it?
Good question.
I've
right
actually
now,
never seen it, so I don't know.
it's pretty much just like a big virtual.
Just think about VR with everything.
I saw like the ads.
Do you remember,
so I know like I have
yeah.
a concept of what it is.
Do you remember One Life and Zack and Cody? The video game that like Zack got hooked to.
I feel like I have vague memory of this.
Yeah, that
can't
was
piece
essentially Ready.
Yeah, basically you can go in there and there's
but
like
not VR.
you have your avatar or whatever, and you can do like real world things, and you're like hooked up on this thing, so like you can move around
And you can use the in-game money to do real life stuff.
So like
Right.
basically like the game, it starts off like you're looking in this game and it's like the world's beautiful and people are dancing and having fun, and then they show people in the game like the cities are burning and it's like shit everywhere, but they're just like in their little huts and they all got their game and as long as they got their station they're good.
Facts.
And they're all just like playing the game.
Yeah, I would play it.
basically.
Honestly.
You play it?
Yeah.
I mean, I would play it. I feel like I wouldn't like. I feel like I would just like anything. I'd play it for whenever I feel like playing it, and I would stop playing it. Whatever. I would probably try to be like, I don't want to put my money into it.
Yeah.
You know?
But you could like when you died in the game, you would zero out and lose everything.
Yeah.
And then the players would get your
It's like
coins.
World of Warcraft, right?
I guess, or RuneScape, right?
Yeah.
Didn't you lose everything if you died in RuneScape?
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
I never got
Dude,
past like level 10.
Yeah,
honestly.
dude, I couldn't get past level.
I was just
4
trying to
or
mine
5.
iron
It's too
and
long.
then get killed by a spider.
Minecraft definitely came through with all that.
I love Minecraft.
Minecraft's lit.
It was a Minecraft world in the Ready Player One in the beginning. I just peeped that because I just rewatched it. So when they go and showing the intro, it's like they go through the Minecraft world.
Facts.
So
I'll have to watch it.
it'd be lit.
It's definitely a good movie, and when
We're
you
at the
do watch
boat.
it, I have a really good idea that I literally had a crazy dream, woke up in my grandma's house, wrote it all down, tell him the next morning, I'm like, yo, bro, I got the craziest dream of making a movie. He's like, bro, it's Ready Player One. I was
Yeah,
like, what's
he
Ready
explained
Player
like the
One?
whole plot of Ready Player One. He explained to me
Okay,
his dream.
it's like 50%. So I'm gonna have to alter what I'm gonna do. But I was just like, but yeah, basically I'm saying everything like video
Yeah.
game about video game light.
I didn't know it was
And I'm
when
like-
he was first telling me. I thought he was like telling me about the movie that he saw, and I was like, by the time he finished, I was like, yeah, I've seen it. Like, what do you mean? I saw the movie.
He's like Ready
Why
Player One.
explain
I
it
was
to
like,
me?
what's Ready Player One? He's like a movie. I was like, are you kidding me? So now when I do that movie, I can't do what Ready Player One did, but I got a different idea for it. And I was like, it was the craziest. It was one of those dreams that you I
should,
fell through 4 or 5 layers and like right into my body. And I'm like, whoa! I turned over and just wrote it all down.
Has anybody else here read the book?
Ready Player One?
Yeah.
No.
I haven't seen the movie because the book was amazing.
Mm.
And
You know,
I told Eddie this perspective, bro, because he was reading Harry Potter in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
You have to You have to just go with the mentality that you're gonna enjoy something about both of these things.
Mm-hmm.
The book, if you want the most like immersive and blah 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 and all the little details, go to the book. But just to like a little boom to hop in, you might see something, just something that like you read but now makes sense as visual or whatever. Like even the movies, just something about them that you get something from that too. You just can't compare them or try to make them like Star Wars where they have like the Clone Wars series
Mm-hmm.
and then now you can tie that into the movies. It's like, no, these are separate things that you have to just like take it. This is the movie version of the idea.
Yeah, no,
and this is
1,000%.
whatever.
But
So not
that was just one of those that like I love my mental image of that book.
Right.
So
Don't
I
let it change.
I really I don't really care to see.
All right,
that
watch the
director's
movie as
perspective.
Ready Player 2, and the book's Ready Player 1.
I'll be player 1. You can be player 2.
Yeah, then you'll be okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Okay.
The thing is, I
Thank you.
I still
don't
feel
read
like at the
enough
same
books.
time, if it's really that, if you
No,
really
no, no,
love
no.
it that much, nothing's gonna alter your
See,
view.
but
Did
of
they
it.
that
make
wasn't-
an
it wasn't
Alchemist
like the-
movie? Can you Google that? Is there a movie called The
Ooh,
Alchemist?
That would be interesting.
Because I've read the book and it's a great book.
Is it like a horror movie?
No.
I didn't even know you. Did you read
Yeah.
the book or the series?
I don't think I read the series.
I read the
Only series. I didn't read the Four
That
Agreements
was
series.
one of that one and the Ranger's Apprentice.
I never watched those.
I
Or read the
literally
books.
would skip class to go sit in the library in middle school and read those 2 books.
The Alchemist is a great book.
Dude, that just sent Fleming. Oh my goodness, that just sent a wave of forgottenness.
Open the space.
Hours of time, hours of my life.
Don't you think if they
I
would
love
actually,
those
if,
books.
like school systems would actually give like good books to kids that by the time
Yeah.
they're done in high school they would actually like love to read.
I didn't-
too.
I
Versus,
didn't
like,
read
you got to
any-
read this like 19 or this 1700 whatever
Yeah.
about whatever, and you're like, dude, I'm not trying.
I don't want to
this,
read
bro.
Shakespeare.
I
now.
will
I'm just
say
gonna look
the-
at Little Sally's paper and
I
just
will say
it's
I will
bees.
say these 2 things because one, I realize now that we're talking about the Alchemist again, I think about there's a part in one of the books I couldn't even
You see
begin
it,
to
Eddie?
tell you which one.
So what exactly am I looking at? I got
Just
The
say
Alchemist.
The Alchemist movie.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Is it about the
based
book?
on the book?
Yeah. I
Okay,
guess
well,
so.
I'm gonna
They have
watch it.
pictures of the book. and
Okay,
the
that's it.
movie, yeah.
That's all
Okay,
I
bet.
want to know. I'm gonna
But
watch it.
Interesting.
so there's a part in one of those books, and it's like when they first meet. I think it's the Sand.
Which one are you
Lady.
talking about? Alchemist?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Wait, the witch? You talking about the witch?
Yeah, the sandwich.
Is she a sandwich?
The sandwich.
No, I wasn't actually joking. Is she? I don't think.
fresh,
I think the witch was before.
No, I'm talking about the Sand Lady. That passed the memories.
So fast you'll freak.
I'm telling. It might have come
I don't
in
know
a
what
later book.
JMs
man.
is.
I read like
I don't know.
almost
I
all
don't
of
know.
them.
They're slow.
The only
I
main
just
character.
our library at school.
These are the
didn't
characters
have-
I remember. In the very beginning, when he's still
Well,
a
that's
sheep
neither
herder.
here nor there. Regardless, it was when the girl protagonist had gotten picked up by like somebody they were running from,
Oh, then I don't
and
think
she
it's the
wakes
same book.
up. No, it is. It's just one of the books. I
Was
think
she
it's in a
6
later
inches
book.
or a foot long?
I only
But-
saw. I only read the first. The
The
Alchemist.
girl. That's what I'm telling you. Like
Okay.
there's a lot of plot. I couldn't even begin to tell you what was in the first book anymore.
Oh.
But
shit.
because there's like
Recap.
12 books.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Because it goes regardless. She wakes up and the like villain in the moment, instantly as soon as she wakes up, is like, "Don't bother faking." And it did because she could hear the breathing pattern of the sleep versus awake, and I think about that a lot, and that just well no, because you breathe different when you're truly subconsciously breathing. You breathe different.
Facts.
Oh no.
Versus moving and expending energy. When you're asleep, you're not going to breathe the same as when you're awake.
Definitely not. No.
And like even laying next to my wife and like listening to as she's falling asleep, watching her show, and when she's actually asleep, I've heard that difference and been like, wow, what a detail I wouldn't have noticed without books. My second point though is book I had to read for school was Life of Pi. in high school,
Mm.
and I literally just wrote a verse that has a Life of Pi reference in it.
Not saying that every
But
book that we were told
It's
to read
also
was bad.
no.
I actually the
But
best book
it's
I
also
got.
like the most basic
I think
Life
the-
of Pi reference.
I think the best book that I was made to read in school, and I actually did read all the way through, was Holes in like 3rd grade. I read Holes. In 3rd grade, reading Holes, and I understood it, and that's when you could read the book and watch the movie and be like, "Yup."
I only saw the movie.
The
Well, that's
book
'cause
is
Shy is just
dude. It's
the
just
goat,
such,
dude.
what a great movie, dude. What a great concept. That was definitely one of my favorites and good books that I read
Dude, I'm
as a child, though. You know.
yeah, I don't know. I didn't read a lot of books.
I didn't read too many books. I have a couple books that I picked up because I was like, we need to start reading. But
I'm not gonna lie. You know,
I think I do better with audiobooks.
I
but-
feel like the modern day book, low key, is like. Actually, I don't want to say book, but the modern day like form of that is like podcasts from like the old stuff.
in certain
because-
ways, yeah, because you could watch you could watch one that's based off like I'm sure there's a scientific
No,
one.
I mean
and
you
then-
take people every
Whatever.
time, like Joe Rogan, for example. He has somebody on. This person has their own life and their own experiences, their own things to draw from, and that person talks about those things. So you learn about some shit you don't know
a
about.
lot of them do have books.
If I'm just like adulting in
Probably.
a moment, I try to keep a monetary podcast on in the background, and just the things that like ping in my ears, I'll go back, I'll watch, and then I'll just move
play the
forward.
music on the background. Have a penny to play, baby.
Well, yeah, but
Add it
if
That was
I
your
can
song,
figure
so
out
yeah.
how to turn that penny into a quarter, then I can figure out how to turn that quarter into $1, so on and so forth.
There is a put like Charlemagne is bringing up about the streams, like
How
like,
low it is.
Yeah, like how 1,500 streams equals like an album. They've been saying and blah blah, but they're like, how does it make sense that this dude's selling 50,000 albums, but he sold out an $80,000 arena or 80,000 person arena. I don't remember who it was,
yeah.
but they were talking about the guy specifically, and it was like, so 80,000 people went to go pay to see this guy perform, and only 50 bought the album before. Like, that doesn't really equate.
Yeah.
Too
Well,
much.
this is the thing, right? The reason why they pay so little is this. If you're Spotify, I don't know, it's what, $10 a month? Just say $10, make it easy. If it's, I guess 1,500, to my understanding, it was 2,000 because you get 0.07 for
That could be label
a
points,
play.
though, so.
yeah, true. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But you get 0.07, at least last time I researched it, for a paid play, meaning somebody who pays for Spotify, you get 0.07. Someone who doesn't pay and they're getting it for free is 0.03. So it averages higher than 0.05 because more people pay for it than they don't. You either have Apple Music, everyone has something if you listen to music, usually. So, well, I still meet people who are like, I listen to Pandora, and I'm like, oh. Anyway, but so if you do the math on it, if let's say 1,500, if 1,500 is $10, then because that's how much the album costs, then you have to listen to 1,500 songs to have paid out artists that equivalent of $10, right? Of what you're paying, meaning that you and Spotify broke even. You gave Spotify $10, they gave you $10. But most people don't listen to 1,500 songs a month. That requires you to listen to 50 songs a day. Most people don't do that. So Spotify makes more of the money because most people don't max that out. Most people are listening to like a couple songs on their ride to work. Even if you have an hour ride to work, if you're listening to 3-minute songs, it's still only 20 songs. Hour back, it's 40 songs. You didn't get to 50. That's if you work 30 days a week. You don't always do that. You don't always play enough. So that's where Spotify makes all their money. So if they were to up,
Say if you work 30 days a week.
I wasn't
30
gonna- I wasn't gonna stop him, but I was like joke loaded. I let go, but Calvin
I couldn't.
Calvin ripped it.
depends on what planet you're on. Anyway, so if you work 30 days a week, standing by. Then
Sorry, guys.
that's the only way you can
Slipped
break
out.
even. So point being, if they raise the rates, right, and they made it even a penny a play, then for you to get to that 1,500, it would require a lot less, and so on and so forth. So I do think they should raise it because most people don't
100% should be raised.
listen enough. But
Or everyone just
That's how they
reverts
make their
back
money.
to the old system of just buying the album.
yeah, buy the album.
And not streaming it on Spotify. You just buy the album, get in your library, and you just hit play, and you don't gotta have.
But that's iTunes still, and iTunes takes 30%. That's the T. If you buy our album for $10 off iTunes, we get $7
Yeah, but you could buy the downloadable files.
from our website.
Yeah, put them into your music thing,
And then add 'em.
put them into your smartphone,
Yep, you could do that.
and then
And
you
we
would have
get
your
$10.
library. And when the internet is out, you still have music too.
Put it on a USB.
But what are people gonna do? They're gonna download Spotify or Apple Music, whichever one they saw the ad for first.
Or what
They're
somebody
gonna-
else has. I only have
yeah.
Spotify because you got Spotify, and then I used your account until I made my own.
Mm,
That's the only. I was using SoundCloud before that,
yeah.
so.
Spotify just looked better to me than Apple Music.
I'm on Apple Music
And I'm not for
family
nothing.
account.
Honestly, I've always been a little bit like anti-Apple, even with having an Apple device. So.
Not for nothing. I tried to get Oh man, what's it called? What's the one?
I try to get
The
a flip
third
phone.
one. There's like Spotify Music, and what's that third
Tidal.
one? Tidal. I tried to get Tidal, but when I downloaded the app, there's no free trial. There's no
Yeah, there isn't.
login, and I wanted to see the interface.
Bro.
I wanted to see like how it looked and how
Big
it
L
felt.
by me, bro. I signed up for a Tidal free trial to get to like watch one podcast. Watched it, forgot to delete it, and paid for like I don't know 3 months for it.
Oh,
And I was
wow.
like, no.
So what I'm saying,
they got me.
I think more.
So what I
people would
did is
do
I went
it.
to every website I could think of and deleted all my accounts to like reset. Like, all right, if I really want it, I'll get it again. Otherwise, I'm resetting.
Yeah, because apparently Tidal pays
Actually,
the most
some
per
of them were
play.
good because I lost. I went to the baseball game and lost my credit card one time, and I canceled it. So all those like for the past like month and a half that I've lost my credit card or whatever, they all like the payments bounced because the credit card's canceled. So I was like, all right, bet that was an easy cancel. Like ding, ding, ding. It's like email your payment has been not whatever. I was like, I don't even want to pay for you. So delete account. It's like, yeah, that's one thing. I feel like that's like honestly, I would like to have a device that you can like put that's not your phone, that like a calendar, but like a
Like a pager.
A Palm Pilot.
yeah. What is that? What did you say?
A Palm Pilot.
Is that a thing?
Circle back. Yes, I've explained this to you guys before.
Don't get Calvin
It's
started
one
with the Palm Pilot.
Yeah,
I really have
It's,
no idea what you're talking about.
it's
How can a pilot
basically
fit in a palm?
day. It's basically a day calendar in your pocket.
And it beeps and shit.
Yeah, like it will
It goes,
remind you of shit.
Ding! Welcome, Ryan. It's Wednesday, and you have to pay your bills today.
That's Alexa.
Maybe like a
if you
modern
get
day
it.
Palm Pilot, but
No, Alexa's like, I just bought
that'd
a
run
car
off
for you, and you have to pay it back. It's like, you're like what? Like,
Alexa, add a Prius to my shopping list.
That'd be crazy, and it just shows up. Probably the best deal.
Would you
That's
like me
pretty
to go
much
ahead?
You know what's
goes.
crazy though? Okay, this I don't even know how this ties in. Is what I'm thinking about. There's this video game. It's called Crossout. It's this like car. It's really fun actually. It's not very popular, but it's like one of those like Fortnite type games where you just buy it, get it for free, and there's like in-game purchases. But it's this game where you build a car, and the car you can like have weapons, and based on like the engine you
I've
have.
seen that.
Yeah, it's really
We
fun.
talked about
I used to
that
play it, and so you'd build your car, whatever, and you go like fight in the games, but it wasn't super popular. But I used to go. There was a market which I loved it. Same thing like about Madden, the Ultimate Team. It's the market, and I used to buy oil because oil, like how you would go on certain missions, you need oil. You'd use the oil to get in the mission, you get the rewards. I used to buy oil at night. Or no, in the morning when it was really, because everyone would get a certain amount of oil every morning, like it would fill up for them, and people would sell it for a lot cheaper because everyone had it. So I used to buy oil in the morning and then sell it at night when everybody used up their oil, and I used to make a shit ton of money just flipping oil on that game. That was only in-game money, it wasn't real money. But that's why I said I would play like Ready Player One. I don't even know where this thought is gonna go, but because I always find the things in the system that's like you can do this to use the advantage to get ahead. This is the reason I don't play Fortnite. I stopped playing Apex. I stopped playing all those games because there's no mass market for the shit that you buy. You can't trade with other players without selling your account. So those games die for me because there is no, like I was saying earlier with the theme park, there's no I need the other thing that moves around and through everything for something to be entertaining for me.
No, I feel you on that one because that was when I ended up selling I got the luckiest draw of my life in terms of video game on CS:GO, Counter-Strike,
nice.
Mhm.
and got this like $400 knife.
Yeah, that one definitely has a good market. That's the
You can
good
make
thing.
money though. Can't you
CS,
actually sell it for
yeah,
money?
CS:GO
Yeah,
actually
that's
does have a
actually-
marketplace.
Yeah.
Matt was showing me, and he like the different knives and you pull like a
Yeah.
crazy knife and it's worth like
Crap ton of
100,000 because they
And
all
so
have different tiers of like how
I ended up
strong they
blowing
are
the
and blah, blah,
whole,
blah, and what
Like,
color.
I had to sell it for $300 because it was oversaturated at the time.
And you can
I
sell
ended
the
up
closed
blowing
boxes too.
The whole $300 trying to like re-roll.
Oh, that's how you lose the money.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
You
was
gotta
young.
play
I
the
was young
game
and
in the
Yeah.
game and
Like
make the money.
freshman.
And and then if you win a tournament, you get a certain box.
Dude, if I could make
that's one of
money-
those games that is
Yeah, that's the
is like
shit.
that. Yeah.
If I can make money off the old shit, like I was playing Fortnite from like season 2. I missed the season 1 stuff, and I have like all the early game stuff, and then I didn't play for like 5 seasons and came back. But if I could sell those things individually and make money off them, like Rocket League, I had the. It's so annoying because they brought it back, but they like when Rocket League first came out, I had the game before it was online, and I had like there was the Back to the Future car and the Batman car, and you couldn't get those unless you bought them, and there was like a time period where you'd buy them and then they were gone. And then when the company got sold to whoever got sold to, they brought it back in the game, and I was like trying to flex it on my cousin who was like mad nasty, and he's like, oh, I got that like 3 months ago because they brought it back. But if they held true to the rarity of shit like Pokemon cards, they don't print original Pokemon cards anymore. Then games like that I think would have a longer longevity value because I could sell my account to some kid, or I have the original Batman car because it's worth $1,000 because it was $4 back then, but only this amount of people bought it. And then you have something that you can get later in the future. In my point, there's no point investing into anything that is a guaranteed dud. So I have my account sitting. Maybe like 30 years from now it'll be different, but same thing with like NFTs. Like I have a shit ton of NFTs that one day could be like a lot of number ones. One day it can be worth a lot, but at this point the market is so low, there's no point. But you could go on like DraftKings and buy a ton of NFTs for like 5 cents and put like $100 and just like get like 1,000 NFTs. And then if the market goes up because it's DraftKings and it actually becomes something, then it'll be worth a lot. But it could be one of those things that when the Ready Player One game does exist, I have like the original trophy of like something for one of the first DraftKings NFTs, and it would be like you have your house in the virtual world and I can put that trophy. Oh, that's number one. That might be worth, whatever it is, or it could be worth nothing. And you don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
So I think I have a good closing question.
Okay.
What's a goal for you to focus on this week? You think you kind of had that last week, but I feel like that could be something that we could normally just end something like, what's a goal?
To
We can
focus
talk
on
about
this
it.
week?
Yeah. The next one.
My futures, my short-term future steps. I gotta make some moves. So my goal is to make some more moves than I've done in the past 4 days that I was like, I need to do this and I didn't do it. Other than that, and I need to do the other I gotta
Post the other
do
one.
the other podcast.
Yeah, first
But
recorded podcast.
Without the other one done. But
Yeah.
I did do the ZJ Yillis, 25 minutes, and I couldn't figure out, there was a audio issue that Jason helped me figure out, so I couldn't bounce it for the longest time. And then I also put together, we went to the fair when we went, and we like took a bunch of videos of the girls. We put it all together. So
Yeah.
I set up that. He finished it and edited it.
Yeah.
But I set up that, and then when I went to go do the podcast, he hadn't dropped the video on the computer, and it was like 3 a.m. and I was like, I'm not gonna go knock on his door to get
I'll
the
do this
video.
one today.
So I was like,
So we have
all right, I'll just do it whenever. But it's gonna be out before Friday though, because that's the latest it's ever come out. So that's the latest it's gonna ever come out. It's Friday.
Respect.
But that's my goals. Just lock in on the little things.
I do want to say that you have done a lot of like the video side, so props to
Oh
you
yeah,
for
yeah,
that.
yeah. Appreciate it.
Ryan's putting in the work.
Sure, we working every day.
I want
Some-
more edits. No, I'm playing. I'm
Yeah.
Calvin's a loser right here.
You know,
Big air
I'll say
horns.
my.
I'd be okay with
I
it.
do
But
want to
edit.
figure out actually, because we're gonna use his card. But we'll have to figure that. I want to get the neon sign.
Yeah.
I've been slacking for like 3 weeks now. I want to get that,
Yeah.
and then I also want to lock in. I want to get a non-Mac computer. So those are my.
I would love to because I want to start building the video game.
Yeah. So all those. So that's my goal is to kind of align those things. Also figure out our plans
Right.
in the next couple weeks. So figure out the next couple week plans. I know Bree brought up a plan that and just talk those out. So basically those are just kind of figure out the short-term future. That's my goal for this week.
I definitely feel like as like the end of the year comes, it kind of comes hard to like really see like what you want to do in the 2024, because like the holidays are here and there's a lot of chaos and like families coming, families traveling, and everyone has like the certain mentality that they're following, and they get Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas all back to back to back to back. So I think it's like really just practicing patience and just being aware of what's going on around you. That's what my goal is right now.
True. I need to make another song too. It's been too long.
Facts, I need to.
No, I'd say my week's gonna be a lot of loose ends. Just making sure everything's tied. You said, and then moved a lot of things. made a lot of moves.
Yeah, make sure when you are moving stuff, you know, like, I know where everything is besides, like, 2 or 3 things.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. I don't know where those 2 or 3 things are.
And that's my point.
Because they're small.
Especially because,
They're
like,
like this big.
every day that I've left the house this week, I've had to look for my keys in my wallet. And that has pissed me off.
Which means you need a
beyond
place.
degree.
Like, we have you need a place.
Yeah, that's my point.
A
That has pissed me
community
off beyond
chest.
degree.
You need a community
And
chest.
you know
right
what?
there.
Actually, it's a full circle moment. The reason I have that bin that we throw our keys in is because of John Wick. Because when I saw John Wick and he has that bin by his door where he throws his keys in, I was like, that is what I need. That is the cool shit.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
that's going to be my week this week.
Okay. Tying up loose ends.
Mine is going to be doing the videos. In between working, because I'm working a lot, I'm going to pull clips. And I'm not even going to lie. Most of the clips I'm going to pull is going to be when I said some shit that I liked.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to pull the clip. So I
will say that I'm trying to go as much bias as possible as I go through them, but I am still on 0, so it's going to take me a little bit to catch up.
Yeah, Ryan's going like documenting. I'm going like, oh, I remembered some like from earlier where I was like, oh, that was dope. I want to put that up. I'm going to go back when this is posted, screen record the clip, put it on TikTok, and I'm going to continue to do that because I just feel like that
Yeah, that's good. I'm basically
going
to write down, so in a year from now, even I have a whole thing. It's like, hey, Ryan, you need a clip? If I'm feeling happy today, I'm going to go look for a happy one. If I'm feeling if I'm feeling this, and that, boom. Or like, hey, let me need a clip about this. And like, what I'm doing is I'm putting like timestamp and then like what the topic was, just a little hint.
And you know what's actually good?
So I'm doing
you
that.
You can take
that
that once you're done, go back and edit the 0 video on YouTube and put those. You can have timestamp clips.
Oh, facts.
And on YouTube, people can click on each one.
And I was,
Facts.
and then when I was doing
chapters.
it, I was thinking like when it was just me and him talking, I am good at picking out like everyone's words, but I am more slightly biased to myself. I think everyone is naturally.
Yeah,
So in that sense, when he told me that, I was like, okay, so I'm still gonna do my best to try to. But there's gonna be something that you might say or you might say that I might not think is like what I should document that, but you're like, oh, that should definitely be like reinforced.
Yeah.
Or I definitely want that to be acknowledged. So it's like you will have that understanding too. So whenever you're just sitting around, like you said, pun or whatever, it's like, because at that point because when you hear yourself talk, you learn. Like that's such like when I go back and I watch these things, like even like mannerism or whatever it is, just like thinking like what Jason might have said, or you just think about it again. And it's like you learn something from that, and I think that's also a beautiful thing too. So it's you're doing yourself a favor also by just watching yourself again.
And also, like for me, when I go through it, if I'm really inspired by it, I'll pull it. But I'm mostly gonna pull stuff that I said because it's one of those things that like if you do it, no one else will. You always when you occupy a space, nobody else will occupy the space you occupy. And when you don't occupy a space, everybody will do that. So if I'm pulling clips for all of you guys, then there's less of a push for you guys to want to do it because you're being spoken for essentially. But if I don't do it, then it's like, oh, there's the past 10 videos that have come out, TikToks, Instagram, whatever, have been all Jason and one Ryan. Then you might be like, oh, I want to show that Eddie has got some spunk too, or Calvin has got some spunk too. Because what we need is people to see our personalities in reality. Because the music is already great, but people don't connect. They need something else to connect to. They need to connect to our personalities.
And I think we need more music videos. So we need to finish the ones that we have loaded up.
Yeah.
And then and that's another thing I'm doing. And whenever I think of an idea for video, I just write it down. And then once I have a page full of like 5 or 6 things, and it's like boom, and it's like, and that's every one idea. Like if you have an idea for a song, and you go, we should do this, and that. We need this, and that. And you drop in the group, hey everyone, boom, boom, boom.
I did one.
Everyone's gonna flock to it at some point. It'll happen. And it's like everyone would have a different idea, and it's like, you know, Jason might have made the song, but you might have think of the video idea. Yeah. Just like the Mac Miller song, Fight the Feeling. Like Mac Miller put that song out, and some other dude just dropped his interpretation of the song in a video.
I don't think it was random. I think it was, he probably paid him.
He probably did, but still at the same time, it wasn't like Mac Miller music video.
Yeah,
it was you had to go find this guy.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, it wasn't Mac Miller.
It was a different.
And same thing with Cartoons and Cereal, Kendrick Lamar. It was another dude.
Really?
Those are fan made.
Dude, every
And
time I
that's
watched that, I
crazy.
was like, where did he find somebody to do this?
That's
video?
what I
Dude,
was
it's
saying,
definitely
that's
probably
crazy.
fan made, and you ask and you go, hell yeah, bro. Like Calvin said on one of the earlier, like definitely accepting fan made
Even
art.
if you didn't ask, if I saw something like that of one of our songs,
Yeah.
bro, I'm gonna hit him
They-
up and be like, bro, that shit's fire.
Dude, 100%. And it's like,
Straight
Keep
up.
going.
those things is like,
And I'll be like, I'll send you an unreleased one. You can make a thing for
Yeah,
it.
but
But
the
I'll tell you
point-
the drop date.
point being is that this person who who didn't make the song, thought of the idea. And now those songs, I'm always attached the song to those videos because that just
Yeah.
helped me so much when I was to understand the songs, even. So it was like, so that's why I feel like we will all have good ideas for different things. And if someone drops an idea like in the thing and it's more thought out, I noticed the actions happen more swiftly. If it's more just a general idea, then it's like, oh yeah, that's cool, and then it'll eventually get expanded upon and talked about. But if someone brings you a piece of paper and all you gotta do is fill in the blanks, you're more likely to fill in the blanks than like 1 through 10. Now I need you to write these too. You know what I mean? It's gonna take. You might be busy, but it's like, oh, I need to only be here for an hour and show up. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot different. So I think that if everyone has these different ideas, and I think it's because that way, if people go to the thing, they go to the podcast, and the podcast ends, and then what's the next thing that pops up? Music video, and you're letting that roll. I think all those things are good. That shows personality too, in some ways.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess for me, I'm always gonna go to the expand the space. I think that's a topic I've brought up several times, and I feel like for me, I'm just like with the music, I always do it because I love it, and it's like very natural. It's not something I have to be like, oh, I haven't done music in a while, I'm gonna do it. I mean, sometimes it happens. I'm like, oh, all right, it's been a while, but like the videos and stuff, it's like in my mind, I'm like, I've done the videos. We haven't done as many as we could, but I've done the videos and I've seen that to what avail has it come? Seemingly none. So I don't have the same push to put the energy into it. But like you said, if you come with the script and you're like, this is what we're doing this day, it's like the one taste. Like you were like, this is what we're doing. I was like, all right, bet, let's do it. But I'm not going to put the time into doing it. I'm going to put the time into pulling clips off of this or working on the album I'm working on, because that's where I feel like the time is best spent. But I just think that everybody, whatever you think the time is best spent, go spend the time. Do that. Because you see something else that somebody else doesn't see. If you think it's worth it. I do think the videos are worth it, but I also think I don't think people understand the music, to be honest. So to me, I don't think the video might paint a better picture, but in my mind, I'm like, people have to see, I think, the humanity. Like, we're human beings and we have fun, we tell jokes, we get serious. We have all sorts of different aspects of our minds. And if people see that and they see the different levels of that, that's something that they can connect to. But everyone has a different thing, so do what you want to do.
I still don't think you should sleep on the music videos. Because
Give me the date. I'll be there.
But this still the
Speaking
same
of-
thing. You might have an idea, but by blocking the box,
I'm not
We're
blocking
never
the
gonna have
box, but
the-
I'm not going to put a lot of energy. Like, I have the idea when we go to Maryland. I sent it in the group chat. I was like, yo, I want to go to this specific place that I want to go to, and I want to film this shot. I'm going to need this shot at this place. And then we can do whatever at anywhere else, but that's the place I want that shot.
Thanks.
I forget what even song it was, but I have it in my voice memo. So I'm still down to do it, but I'm not gonna wake up in the day while I still have this album going. Well, I'd rather be posting a clip to TikTok and doing a little snippet because I feel like that's more lucrative. I'm not gonna go and be like, oh, I'm gonna do this music video today, but I'm down to do it. Right, just like you set up the thing for when we went to the fair, and I went and finished it. So if you throw me the alley oop, I'll dunk it. But
True.
yeah,
Thanks.
Alright.
Just saying,
Yeah.
everyone's got ideas, so
exactly.
don't close the doors.
I'm not
That's all.
closing any doors.
I didn't say. I'm just
Who's
saying.
closing
don't-
doors?
Somebody's
How am I
gotta
closing
close
doors?
the
When
door.
the statement's like, I'm not gonna put any energy in towards the music video unless you bring the idea. That is closing the door on you having an idea or your idea coming out, because in that sense. So I would say maybe today you might not spend as much energy, but don't close the door on that thing, because you might have the idea that does go on the YouTube and it does break the million because people like the idea and it shows whatever, and they didn't understand the song until you gave them this
Yeah.
as well. And then now that's on the thing, and on best whatever, like Childish Gambino, like the song like Summer hits so much harder when you watch the video.
Yeah.
So that's just my perspective on it. Maybe you don't have an idea for a year or whatever, or maybe you do, but that's all. But I understand what you're saying of whatever you feel like you should be
Yeah.
doing, put your energy into that.
Well, I
agree
think it'll be
100%
different when
as
I
well.
finish the album, which
That's
by the
true.
way, the only thing I need now before I mix is a verse from everybody on the one song that I need this song for.
Facts.
Close the door.
We'll have to make a day to do that then. So
And then I did originally want to drop a video for every single song for the album, but it's gonna be a lot of videos. Because it's going to be like 25 songs or 24 songs, something like that. So I don't know if it's going to be
25 ideas.
Because I did that. When I did the arrow to your knee, they were all quick videos that I made in one day. I made 10 videos in one day. And I ended up taking like 8 of them down. Because I was like, actually, this is kind of fucked up. Because everybody I showed them to, they were like one dude was like, yo, if you need me to film for you, I'll film for you. Because they were all just me setting up a tripod. And that's when I realized, I was like, I actually do need help. Because to get certain angles, I can't get them by myself. And I guess that's my disdain with the videos is I feel like when it comes down to it, I'm going to be the one doing the work. Because when we did the Halloween video, I directed the video. We set up the set, but I'm the one who edited it. And it's like all down the line, it's going to come back to Jason does the work. And I don't want to do the work all by myself. So not for the music videos.
But it's for more fun that way.
No, it's not. I like making the music. But the music videos, like I like the ideas. And I enjoy the process. When I actually sit down and do it, I enjoy the process. But I don't know. In my mind, I'm like, if I'm going to sit down and spend an hour doing this, I'm going to do something that I feel like is going to get the greatest result of what I'm looking for. It might be the music videos, but I might just be discouraged. Because I feel like if it comes down to me, then it's like, it's only on me.
But I do feel like that's a very solid closing point there. Especially because Calvin's getting sleepy. And I can feel my eyelids wanting to shut.
Calvin likes Cabbage Patch.
Calvin thought the Cabbage Patch Mansion was very well put together.
I'm sure the Cabbage Patch Mansion was dope.
Would not say I like it. Did not like the fact that we got my son one. Terrified me for the longest.
Oh, dude, you love to get conned into buying your son things.
Dude, yeah, like
on that
Ryan
note,
told me the story.
On that note, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight.
I'm saying
I'm not talking about $40. Calvin's about to walk out on another podcast.
Calvin's really good at the balloon darts game at the fair.
Bro,
yes,
those
Calvin
people
bought a
are
$40
savage
turtle.
who try to get you to buy stuff. Like they just go attack the children.
Yeah,
they really.
I was
did.
like,
Calvin
I wasn't having it though.
No. Everybody pressured Calvin into buying a $20 turtle. It was small. We passed a bigger turtle of the same kind, and so I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna spend.
Yeah.
No, to be fair, I was yelling, get the shark, get the shark, get the shark.
If I'm gonna spend $20, I might as well spend 40 and get something I'm not gonna be upset about spending 40.
Bitch tried to get the kid to get Paw Patrol, dude.
Yeah, freaking
whack ass show,
wild. Regardless, once again, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Appreciate everyone who watched.
It was an awesome one.
Episode 6, thank you.
Welcome to
Stream
6.
Music, Oceans on Arrival. Check out our few music videos on YouTube.
First of all, no, I'm joking. If we look at all the videos,
there's a lot.
Anyway.
We're joking. Oceans on Arrival,
y'all.
every platform.
Love.
We're there. Appreciate you.
Love.
It's Calvino Savinoff,
Guru.
Hell yeah.
Dwayne.
Love.
and
Indigo Ryan the Navigator.
there it is.
Spreading love and joy to the
All
world.
right, we will see y'all in 7. We
In
better see you in
7.
7. If you don't come back for 7, we got issues. We
And
got
8, 9, 10.
No.
11,
They
12.
can skip.
You can skip 13.
You can
14,
skip 13. but
15.
Yeah.
Don't skip.
As to the rest of them. Bye. Somebody farted.
Calvin farted.
I wish it was me. It was probably Jason. Lactose intolerant.
Stop the recording. Stop the recording.
Lactose intolerant.
This guy. No, I'm
This
sorry.
is why the recording's still going.
I'm sorry for all our audio viewers.
Damn, he pulls it.
Alrighty.
Wait, we have to yeah. Oh, it's still going.
Yep.
This is not going to be a visual podcast.
This is not one
for the
I
visuals.
got it.
Oh, this might be
This
one
is
of
going
the
to be a
See.
visual
But
podcast.
at some point in time, it might have cut off because the video wasn't going.
Well, longest
Well-
podcast outro.
I'm not sure how this podcast episode 6 is going to look, but
It was one for the books.
I think my phone died because this charger didn't go.
All right. Well,
didn't check the charger.
bye, guys.
Well, appreciate it if you kept watching, even if it's just audio. So
Yeah.
thank you. Appreciate it.
How do you watch audio?
That's cold, dude.